We welcome you into Greenwood High School if you're just now joining us, but if you're following us from Game 1 between the Station Camp Bison and the Allen County Scottsville Patriots, we welcome you back here to the 7 Mountain Sports Network Game of the Week, brought to you by Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia. That previous score from Game 1 of the Cole Lumber Bowl here at Greenwood High School between Station Camp, Tennessee and the Allen County Scottsville Patriots. Final score 48-6, and now we're set for game number 2 as the hosting Greenwood High School Gators host the Westmoreland High School Eagles. It's sure to be a fun bout. We've got a lot more questions, Hamp, I feel like, than answers. Hamp joining alongside me, Matthew Clark here as well, your director or producer, making sure you guys get all the awesome shots back at home if you're watching us on the live stream or if you're listening to us over the airwaves. We appreciate you for joining us here. If you're watching on the live stream, up top for the game cam is going to be Seth Daniel. Down on the field, we're going to have Ian Lewis, who's bringing you all the awesome shots up close and personal with each close coaching staff. I'll get it out here in a minute, Ham. We're working on getting things together. The sun is setting on a beautiful night here in Bowling Green. What better weather, what better day, what better setting could you have for the opening day of high school football here in the Commonwealth?
Man, an absolutely gorgeous one. This one is perfect. You got the sunset going over here from where we're sitting at. It's absolutely beautiful. You got a light breeze. It smells like football. And I'm so excited.
It smells like fall. The leaves are starting to fall off the trees.
Already, man.
I was walking around WKU's campus today. The leaves were turning yellow. It seems like just yesterday we're all green. So it changes overnight. But
97 degrees.
97 degrees today. It's supposed to be getting colder. I think we're all grateful for that now that the sun has gone down. The temperature, it felt like up here in the press box, dropped about 20 degrees after that sun dropped below the horizon. But we're happy to be here on the campus of Greenwood High School for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. It's going to be the Greenwood Gators and the Eagles of Westmoreland High School down in Tennessee. We got 2 Tennessee teams that have made their way up here. Station Camp won game number 1. Can Tennessee make it 2-0 here in the Cole Lumber Bowl? I guess we're going to find out here shortly. You can see Westmoreland down on the far right corner of the field. They're meeting here before pregame as we get things underway in Greenwood, now on their new home side, and we'll talk a little bit about that after we take ourselves a quick break. We'll preview some of your starting lineups, some players to watch as we get set here for game number 2 in the Cole Lumber Bowl, and we appreciate you, however it may be, whether it's over the airwaves or our live stream, that you're tuned in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back here to Greenwood High School. Game number 2 is on deck here at the Cole Lumber Bowl as the Greenwood Gators hosting the Westmoreland High School Eagles out of Tennessee. The Tennessee teams looking to make it 2-0 here in the Cole Lumber Bowl, but the Gators, this is their home territory of the Swamp, and they're going to hopefully put a stop to those Eagles, clip their wings, and their chances of starting their season 1-0. But as we go ahead, let's go ahead and take a look at a preview of both these teams. For the Eagles and the Gators, they had some differentiating stats last season. The Eagles very successful last year, 13-3 overall last season. 32 points per game they average. They have a huge offensive presence there. But when you look at the Gators, their first sub-500 season since 2019. 5-6 their record, 22 points per game they average. They average giving up 27.9. They just struggled it seemed like on both ends of the ball, just couldn't seem to get things underway. They're looking to start things afresh here in 2025 with Coach William Howard. Total yards per game, they normally average about 257. That's not bad. when you think about looking at high school teams and how much they average, it's just about putting all the pieces together into one solid performance. That's what Greenwood is going to look to try to do here this afternoon as they start off their season.
Man, I tell you what, Greenwood didn't have the season that they had. They wanted last year, and that's all right. They're going to come. They're coming back, reloading, getting things back together. Greenwood has been a pretty good program here the last few years, but like we said, they've taken a step back just a little bit. But they're reloading. They've lost a lot of people, but it's getting back on track for Greenwood.
And one of the things that's going to help them with that, of course, is their returning quarterback, the junior Levi Wyatt. He's going to hopefully add a little bit more consistency into the locker room for the Gators. But just as you mentioned, Hemp, the Gators are in a really tough district. They're in a really tough region. The 5th region, 14th district, they're in the same region as the last 2 consecutive 5A state champions in the Bowling Green Purples. That's a tall task to ask for, and it's been quite some time since they've won a 14th district championship. If I'm not mistaken, it has been since 2009, 16 years since the Gators have won a district title in football. But it's such a tough district, Hamp. It's really not all that surprising when you think about it. They've come close, just not made it.
They've come close. Greenwood's always been a team that strived and kept fighting and always get you. They get you in the swamp, man. They pull you down, and they can rumble with you. They can always rumble with you.
And as we look at these Gators and what they hope to have as a winning season compared player to watch, Casey Coleman, number 36, the senior returning edge for the Gators last season, 66 total tackles, 8 of those for loss and a sack. He's a returner on the defense that you're going to want to keep an eye on here. And for Westmoreland, which is such an offensive-heavy team, an edge rusher like that can really give you a big advantage when it comes to holding a team like the Eagles at bay.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And also you got Roy Bray coming back to the linebacker, man, but that's also going to help bring that pressure and keep things in the middle safe.
Now, unfortunately, as we look through some of our stats, we have a lot on Greenwood, not so much for Westmoreland. Here in Kentucky, it feels like it's a little bit easier, at least for us, maybe because we're used to it, in terms of finding statistics for some certain teams. But, Hamp, I know you've looked at them 13-3 last year. I know there's been a couple of key stats that they've had. What can you see maybe from this Westmoreland team? Because we obviously know they're going to be strong.
Well, from what I'd seen, they were in state last year. They were in the Elite 8 in state last year, and they won district in the Region 2A. So I mean, they're a tough team. They made the state almost made the state championships in Tennessee. So they are a very tough team, and I think Greenwood's got their hands full, but I don't think they'll ever give up not fighting on this one. And
one big thing, too, is they clearly travel well. As you look down into some of the grandstands here, the fan section, what appears to be for Westmoreland, Tennessee, they've got a little bit of a Hawaiian vibe going on down here on the away side of the section. So, man, they've got a good little crowd here. Westmoreland not too far down the road. So, good little traveling group of fans that have come up here to Bowling Green.
Oh, yeah. I love it when they start packing them in. I love it when the fans travel with their teams, man. It just shows love and pride for their team. Just like we always do here in Bowling Green, we try to pack it out no matter what stadium it is.
And some kid now has a trash can on his head in the student section. It's kind of hilarious. He just took it off, but that's a look that we'd honestly
he was
hope
Oscar
to get.
The Grouch right then is what he was.
And now you look across, you can see the Greenwood section. It's continuing to fill in. We've still got some time before this game gets underway, but the home Gators are here for it, and they got the 6-7 on the poster. I don't know if you know about that, Ham. Do you know about the 6-7?
No.
I feel like we may need a whole other broadcast to explain the 6-7 joke.
I need to find out what that 6-7 is.
Listen, we got the kids watching at home. I'm sure they may get a kick out of it. But as we look, let's go ahead. As we see the Greenwood student section and we jump back out to the field, let's take a look at that as Greenwood starting offense. For the offense on the line, we've got number 62 at left tackle, Blaine Haynes at guard, number 71, Lakin Beckhader, I believe I said that right. Didn't want to butcher his name. At center, Jackson Haynes. He returns from last year as a sophomore. He's going to be in that starting center spot. At right guard, number 64, Parker Lasley. At right tackle, number 67, Ben Warwick. At tight end, number 16, Griffin Howard. At the slot receiver, number 10, Will Crutcher. And then they run a 3-back system. Number 19, Beck Smith. Number 44, Davis Cheney. And number 1, Nathan Self. And like we mentioned, that returning quarterback, number 17, Levi Wyatt. Now for your starting Greenwood defense, our player to watch, that edge rusher, number 36, Casey Coleman, the returning senior, one of the leading defenders. You're going to want to keep an eye on him. And along the line, number 38, Karen Tidwell, number 52, Grant Turner, number 53, Bryson Boggs, and then in those linebacker spots, number 2, Stuart Scott, number 27, Roy Bray, number 56, Cooper Hines, and at DB, these are going to be the guys to hold down that pass game. Number 3, Treston Bailey Thomas, number 4, Ryder Lambert, number 12, Ladarius Porter, and number 28, Alex Hagan, the senior, rounds out your starting lineup and your starting defense for the home Greenwood Gators here this afternoon for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. Hamp, we're about to get underway. We already saw a little bit of a thriller, a big offensive and defensive performance from the Station Camp Bison. Now Westmoreland have a good opportunity here to make it a clean Tennessee sweep here in the Cole Lumber Bowl, which I could see you wincing. That's not necessarily a sound you want to hear.
Yeah, you know I hate it. I love the home team. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a Bowling Green Purple, but when we're not playing anybody else in our city, in our town, I root for all of us, and I root for all of our surrounding counties and all our surrounding teams, because I feel like we should support one another, man. And so I don't want us to be swept. I want Greenwood to go out here and just play Greenwood football.
And as we near time for the opening kickoff, first we have to get to opening ceremonies and the coin toss here shortly. All players and captains for either team are on opposite sidelines for these squads. Greenwood is now, like we mentioned earlier, they're going to be on the far side of the field. We are actually now on the away press box. If you're familiar with Greenwood High School at all, they've had some renovations over the last year. They've got a brand new athletic facility you can see just beyond the grandstands there in that wide shot Seth Daniels given us. And you see that new press box over there on that side. The band is performing here for the Gators. And the press, and the student section as well, has, again, continued to fill in. They just continue to grow. And you've got some kids out there with plenty of energy out there. They've got wood spelled across their chests, I believe. What in the world?
They might be filling up Greenwood.
It's Greenwood. There we go. This is the energy we've missed.
This is what we've missed.
All summer, all spring. This is the energy that you hope to capture, that you hope to be a part of when football season rolls around. And now the captain's heading towards the center field line on the 50 as we'll get the coin toss underway. Captains for all the teams heading out to that big G logo. Used to be a Gator eye back then, as we get a great shot here from Ian Lewis, who's going to give you the shot of the coin toss with the captains out on the field. Your captains tonight for Westmoreland's number 38, Logan Burns, number 58, Carson Borders, and number 9, Xander Hoge, who should be your starting quarterback this afternoon for the Eagles.
Man, must I say again, man, you can't get shots like this anywhere else, y'all.
Your coin toss is underway. Your lead official here this afternoon showing them each side of the coin so they get to pick. Greenwood will still be exiting, at least over here from the away side. They have a nice tradition they have for home games here. Still awaiting the result of the coin toss. And we will find that out here shortly as we get prepped for kickoff. The captain's now heading back to the sideline, and before we get things underway here at Greenwood for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl, we will step aside, and when we come back, it'll be time for kickoff and all things football here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. You're watching the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfund.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
The lights are on. The sun has set. It's Friday night light season here at the swamp of Greenwood High School. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside Matthew Clark, our director-producer, who got us live tonight despite all the odds. We beat the odds. You guys have no idea how busy of a week that we've had to be able to make this happen here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network, but we're finally here in the midst of football season to bring you all the action from the Cole Lumber Bowl now in game number 2. It was Station Camp who took game number 1 over the Allen County Scottsville Patriots with a final score of 48-6. And now Westmoreland with a chance to make it a Tennessee sweep in the Cole Lumber Bowl. But the hosting Greenwood Gators may have something to say about that. Westmoreland fans, the student crew have brought a Hawaiian theme for their season opener here in Bowling Green. And Greenwood brought their traditional blackout crew, as the Greenwood Gators are going to be wearing their really dark, almost navy green, almost black jerseys with the yellow trim, white pants and white helmets. And your Westmoreland Eagles are going to be wearing their all-white unis with red helmets down the middle, red numbers along the jerseys. Greenwood will be receiving. Westmoreland will defer to the second half. It's time to get things underway when the lights shine the brightest here in the swamp. High school football. It's back. Game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. We're so glad to have you here along for the ride. Westmoreland sending it off to Greenwood. Back to receive for the Gators is Nathan Self and Cameron Upchurch. Westmoreland, the student section, as we get this awkward pause.
Yeah. Fixing it.
There is an issue with the clock system, so we were building up all the intensity of the moment and fall short due to a technical problem. So the scoreboard out to the left side of the field, you can see it's got 15 minutes on the clock. It should say 12. And as we get that adjusted, we have that fixed now. Some updated scores around the region. There's a final score out of Glasgow, 49-0. They win over Clay County, Tennessee. That game is at Barron County. But now things are ready. It's time. Westmoreland sends it back the other way. Self set to receive. Treston Bailey Thomas is going to pick it up for the Gators as he heads back the other way. Here he is, cutting up the right side, breaks a couple tackles, makes his way up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down. The hype is real on the Gators side of the field.
Oh, I love watching that right there. That was a great run by man number 3 there. Tristan Bailey Thomas, man.
You see him heading back to the sideline. full of hype. This Gators team is ready to go. You cannot beat your home opener, week 1 of high school football season. As now we see the Greenwood offense out on the field for the very first time this year. Levi Wyatt under command at quarterback. Under command. First quarter has begun. Movement in the backfield. It's going to be a run play. They're going to run it up the middle. Here he goes. That's Nathan Self. Gets a good gain. Nearly gets the first down, but comes up just short. Big gain of 6. Make it second down.
This is how the Gators got all their yards last year, on the ground, man. And they're doing the same thing right here, right now. They're just pounding it.
It's Nathan Self on the run. It was Treston Bailey Thomas who got the Gators in this solid spot. Make it 2nd and 3. Here's the snap. Another run play right up the middle. Forces their way through to a first down. Gators get a nice gain of 3, and that'll shift the chains. On that run, that's Davis Cheney, the senior running back. So back-to-back run plays. It's been textbook from this Gators offense over the last couple of seasons. They're a very run-heavy team.
Looks like that's how they're going to break it down and beat down on them again. Just wear that defense out.
Back into the slot again. Will we see Levi Wyatt possibly break into the pass game? You got Nathan Self along up to his left. They run a 3-back system to give themselves plenty of options to play action. Here's Wyatt breaking down the pass. Throws it over the top. He has a man in the flat. Can't complete the pass intended for Griffin Howard. That one just overthrown for an incomplete.
He tried to get it to where the receiver was the only one to get it, but he just got it out there just a bit too far.
You can see Xander Hodge out there, the junior DB out wide, who managed to break up that pass that was intended for Griffin Howard. Great shots from the sideline, courtesy of our man Ian Lewis. Seth Daniel up on top of the press box, giving you the full action from the game here in our first ever Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. We're so glad to have you along for the ride here in game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. Here's a handoff to Self. Runs up the middle, finds plenty of space. He puts on the Jets, inside the 20, inside the 10, all the way gone. No question about it. It's an Edmonton State Bank touchdown.
There it is. There it is right there. Run-heavy team, run. Did not go away from it like some people do. Get the score every time.
45-yard run to the house for Nathan Self. Let's take a look back at this Toyota Bowling Green replay. Great shot here from Ian Lewis on the sideline. Look at the turbo jets activated for Self. He is gone. Gators strike first. The Eagles will now have to find a chance to fly. For the first extra point attempt on the way for the Gators. Try to make it 7-0. That one is up. And no question about that one, it is good. It's a 7-0 lead for the Gators as they start off strong. 10.5 minutes left in this first quarter, and the Gators are already on the board. We'll step aside and be back and see what this Westmoreland Eagles team's made of right here on the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
We welcome you back to Greenwood High School. A little bit of shuffling and bustling on the sideline there for Ian Lewis. You see as we come back, he got you that great shot of the touchdown by Nathan Self. He ran it all the way to the house, a 45-yard run. He would not be contained. The turbojets were melting. He was running so fast. I think I saw the turf come up behind him.
Man, no joke at all. As soon as he seen that hole, as soon as he seen that empty space in the back, in the defensive back, gone.
Well, for the first time, we'll get a chance to see the Westmoreland offense take hold, a team that last season went 13-3 down in Tennessee. On the return for Greenwood, it's Graham Smothers, the senior PK, who sends it back the other way. Here we go for Westmoreland. They're going to try to run it up the middle, get stuffed right around the 15-yard line, and that's going to be where they stop. Or actually the 25. So Westmoreland will start this drive now, their first of the game, at around the 26. But let's take a look back at that huge run play from Nathan Self, brought to you by Toyota Bowling Green. After Burners unleashed, I mean, there was about 5 or 6 paces to the next defender behind him.
As soon as he got in the secondary, it was over. It was over.
Nathan Self could not be contained, and now we get to see this Westmoreland offense for the first time this season. Here's the snap. Going to be a handoff, another run play off to the left side. They're going to carry it, push him all the way, almost to the first down, but comes up just short. Gain of 6 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 3, it looks like, so a gain of 7. That's Grant Lilly, the senior running back on the play. The Westmoreland team standing back, waiting to get Xander Hodge back out onto the field, possibly getting a play call from their offensive coordinator. It does, as they quickly head up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 3. 2 seconds on the play clock. Potential penalty for delay of game, and it'll be a false start, actually, on Westmoreland. So they were at risk of getting a delay of game penalty, and I'm sure one of those Westmoreland players saw that game clock on the other side of the field and thought, we got to go. We got to jump on top of this before we get that penalty, and ultimately results in that false start.
Moved a little too fast, on offense. You got to watch that ball. You know the play. You know the play.
Now be 2nd and 8 as that puts them back after that false start. But once again, they waste no time as soon as they head up to the line. 2nd and 8. In at quarterback is Hodge. He's going to hand it off once again. Off he goes to the left side. Still short of the first down. Will bring up 3rd. Once again on the run, that's Grant Lilly.
Nice stop by the Gators. All they got to do is hold it one more time for them.
So about a 5-yard gain on that play once again by Lilly. It'll be 3rd down and 3. With 8:45 left in this first quarter. Seems like this clock's already rolling, but the Gators already off to a 7-0 lead. They did not wait on a chance to strike with Nathan Self. See their back system moving. Now they shift to the right. They got one slot receiver out to the left. Here's the handoff. Lilly again. He's going to head to his right now, but meets a face full of Ryder Lambert, who ultimately leads him down, but not before they'll move the chains for the first down.
Yeah, he put that head down and he bulldozed his way on through that one.
That first down, courtesy of the Blowout Co. The Blowout Co., your destination for all things homecoming. Fresh set of downs for Westmoreland as they head back up to the line. Once again, they waste no time. They're quick on their feet, but Greenwood is quick to respond. Fresh set of downs as they look to enter Gators territory. Here's the handoff. Lilly once again with a run play. Heads up the middle, and he's stopped, but not before a gain of 6 on that play. So that has been 4 straight plays to open their first drive, courtesy of Grant Lilly at number 44.
On the ground.
On the ground. Pounding it. The question is will they continue to rely on Lilly, or are they just using him as much as possible to open the pass game?
That's normally the setup.
2nd and 3 for Westmoreland at around the 45. Here's the handoff. Lilly again. Another play for him, but he's going to get stuffed. Greenwood sniffs that one out. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that was Roy Bray back there to stop that ball. Stop that one that time.
So no gain on that play for Lilly that time around. That's 5 straight for him, and you could see the celebration. The Greenwood defense beginning to read Lilly here, and they're going to try to stop them on this crucial 3rd down for Westmoreland. If they can force a 4th down, they have a chance to get their offense back out on the field, and we've already seen what Nathan Self can do when he gets some open space.
They don't They don't want to do that to themselves.
6.5 minutes in this first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa. Here's the play. We got a flag down late. They're trying to run it up the left side, but Greenwood once again just stopping that run game now.
Host the Gators on them, boy, like they just dropped fresh meat down in the swamp.
That'll be 4th down now for Westmoreland, unless this penalty changes things. Potentially could have been a false start on either side.
Looks like it's going backwards.
We're looking for the call from the chief official. Still some questions as to what the call may be.
Oh, no flag.
No flag. So they're going to rescind the flag that they threw here on the near side of the field and will resume play. So that will now bring up 4th down, and it looks to me, well, for a moment, it looked like Westmoreland might go for it, but now I think they're going to bring out that punt team.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it like there's no need in trying that because Self will take it down.
We'll see if they try anything sneaky. You could see some of the DBs in the backfield for Greenwood starting to question it, but no, they're going to send it over. That's Lilly on the punt. That one's going to continue to roll to about the 11-yard line before it's scooped up, and that's where Greenwood will pick it up. All the action from this first quarter so far where the Gators lead 7-0 is brought to you by Aqualand. Pools, spas, and 40 years of trust. That's Aqualand. Building backyard dreams for over 40 years. 5:57 left in this first quarter now with the Gators up 7-0 and a second chance for their offense to get going.
Oh, yeah, they're looking good, man. The offense is looking good. The defense is looking good. They're starting off very, very well right now.
So all those opening drive plays you saw courtesy of Grant Lilly from Westmoreland, so we haven't necessarily seen all the cards out in play for the Eagles. But here's the opening snap for the Gators on this drive. It's going to be Nathan Self for a gain of 1. So Self, again, you're starting to see a bit of a rhythm on both teams, a key runner on both sides that they're trying to rely on to make some big plays down low early.
Oh, yeah. Beat up on the defense a little bit is what you do. Make them tired. Work them down.
5.5 minutes now left in this first quarter. That's Levi Wyatt in at quarterback. We'll see if he decides to sling it. But no, he's going to hand it off. On the run, up to the right side, stuffed by Westmoreland. Short gain of about 5 yards on that play will bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down and 4 on this play for Greenwood. Movement, you got some wideouts now going around. Beck Smith, that's a freshman receiver here on the near side of the field. Here's Wyatt trying to draw that offside. Nearly had one of their linebackers fall for it, but you can see the defense now communicating, making sure they're all on the same wavelength, on the same page. One slot receiver out wide for Greenwood. Wyatt drops back in the pocket, throws it over into the flat. It's caught for Cesar Ortega for a short gain of 2.
Fourth down, what are we doing?
4th down, it looks like they are going to bring out the special teams unit.
4th and 1.
But it almost feels like a play you would go for, I feel like, in a situation like this.
Well, being that they are on the 20, the 18, yeah, that's a little too close to the to the end zone there. This is the best decision right here is to go on ahead and punt it on off.
They'll look to try to get this one as far back as possible. And back to receive for Westmoreland is number 23, Aaron Freeman. This one's going to get past the 50. A nice bounce makes it continue to roll past the 30, past the 25. It continues to roll and gets all the way to the 19, and that is where Westmoreland will pick up their second offensive drive of the afternoon.
Good end-over-end punt right there. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
So we saw a short drive there again from Greenwood. Westmoreland gave all of their opening offensive plays in their first drive to senior Grant Lilly, the running back. His biggest run was of 7 yards. And it seemed like those numbers just gradually continued to decline. He had 7 on his opening play, then 5, then 4, then another rush of 5 before he got stuffed twice. That brought up the 4th down conversion and forced Westmoreland to punt it back to the Gators. But now they've got it back in their hands. Here's Hodge. He's going to run off to his left side. Sprints back up the middle to his right. Gets brought down after a short gain. They'll bring up 2nd down. It's a gain of 3 on that play for Hodge. Again, Hodge, a junior quarterback. We haven't seen much of his arm play yet. We've only seen more of the run game here from Westmoreland. But you can hear the grandstands for the Eagles here on this away side, getting into the cheers, trying to cheer their team on to cut into this 7-0 lead the Gators have put on them. Gators trying to prevent a 2-0 sweep of Tennessee teams here in the Cole Lumber Bowl. Lots of movement here by the backs. Hodge, he's going to keep it, but the Gators defense sniffs it out. But Hodge, he's got some space to run down the sideline. He's got space, gets pushed out of line, but not after he's going to get past the 1st down marker. They're going to move the chains.
He got very lucky there because Casey Coleman was on the hunt, and he almost got him.
We talked about Casey Coleman going into this game, and of course he would be the first one to sniff out a play like that, but just could not keep up as you look back at this Toyota Bowling Green replay.
Good thing we had the speedy Tristan Bailey there, and Tristan Bailey Thomas.
Even faked out our cameraman, Evan Lewis, down there on the sideline with that trick play, but a great look nonetheless from your Toyota Bowling Green replay cam. Back down with a fresh new set of downs at 1st down, brought to you by the Blowout Co. Here's a handoff to Hodge. You're going to see him throw it off a screen, but cannot complete the pass.
That play right there is very well defended, very well defended. That play wouldn't have went nowhere even if he had caught it. Great job by the Gator defense right now.
Hodge had a quick blink and you'll miss it moment. He had to get that ball out fast or he was going to be under pressure from a player like Casey Coleman. And unfortunately just overthrew it. That was intended for Aaron Freeman, the junior, who could have had some space to run down the near side line. But now it'll bring up 2nd and 10 off the incomplete. 2:13 left in this 1st quarter. They're going to fire out of the shotgun. Hand it off. Here goes Freeman. He's going to head up the left side, but the Gators again sniff it out quickly. Casey Coleman a part of that bunch as they bring him down quick. Stuart Scott on the takedown there for the Gators.
That's 3 for Stuart Scott.
They got a gain of 1 on that play. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Let's get 3rd down last for these Gators.
Again, you haven't seen a whole lot of pass game, actually none at all so far, except for that one incomplete thrown by Hodge. The question is, when will they decide to try to open up the offense?
Well, Westmoreland might start it off first because with Greenwood, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
3rd and 9 for the Eagles.
Here it goes now.
90 seconds. Oh. That one's tipped out of the way. Miscommunication there by the backs and potentially fumble recovered by the Gators, and it is. The Gators recover the football deep in Eagles territory, and you can see what it means to the Gators.
And it looked like Roy Bray picked that up.
The Gators side erupts in cheers. The student section is filled with energy as you see the Gators come away with a crucial fumble recovery and a chance to extend their lead with 1:19 left in this 1st quarter. Take a look at this Toyota Bowling Green replay off this recovery. So you can see it here off the miscommunication off the snap. Bounces off of Hodges' hand, and just in the scuffle, they managed to get on top of the football. So great effort there by the Gators as the Westmoreland defense struggling to catch up. Here's a trick play from the Gators. Wide open in the end zone, nearly caught by Self, but it's just overthrown. Wow. Will Crutcher got it handed off to him by Levi Wyatt and threw that touchdown pass just a little bit too deep, but Nathan Self just about had him 2 touchdowns in this 1st quarter.
Ooh, man, I tell you what, he is a speedster. If he would have just laid off of it just a little bit, touchdown Gators.
Nathan Self, you could see him motioning to himself saying, that's on me. But, man, what great speed he's shown so far, and already pulling out the trick play. Another one here through their fullback system. Gets him a couple of yards there of the initial run by Cesar Ortega. That'll be a gain of 4 on that play from Ortega. You're starting to see a little bit of the flex and the options that running this 3-back system has for Coach Howard and how successful it's been over his tenure here. You almost wonder, do you go with something simple after you've thrown them 2 kind of sporadic back plays like that?
Yeah, go back to running it. Go back to shoving it down the throw the best that you can. Well, it was.
First quarter clock is winding down. 25 seconds. Levi Wyatt in the slot. He's going to fall back. Looks up. Throws it through the flat. He's got a receiver, and he falls down inside the 20.
That's
Beck Smith.
Down, boy.
That's Beck Smith, the freshman receiver, with a huge play in the flat for the Gators with 15 seconds left on the clock, and they've got a chance here now as they enter the red zone and a fresh new set of downs, but it looks like they're going to roll the clock here with 10 seconds left unless the Gators can get their play off. They're going to rush. 5 seconds now. Clock is running down. 2 seconds. 1. Clock's running down, and they're going to let this one run out here to end this first quarter, but the Gators have a full head of steam. They're running towards the end zone as we look back at this huge play from Nathan Self to make it all the way to the house. It's the Gators on top, 7-0 in game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. And we'll be right back for the start of the second quarter. You're tuned in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfund.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Welcome back here to Greenwood High School for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. Second quarter getting underway. The Gators up 7-0, but they've got a full head of steam now as we take a quick look back at this Toyota Bowling Green replay for this pass right across the flat to Beck Smith, the freshman receiver, with a huge grab as Greenwood now is looking to strike yet again with a big push here from Davis Cheney on yet another run on that 1st and 10. He'll gain about a yard on that play. Cheney with a gain of 1. His second rushing attempt of the night. He'll have 6 yards so far combined. Running through the trenches. But now Greenwood here freshly inside the red zone. Still rolling high off that momentum. Will make it 2nd and 9. Can they strike yet again here early in this first half? Wyatt locking in. Davis Cheney lined up to his left. Going to fake the handoff. Throws it across the flat. Tackled just shy of the end zone, right around the 3. That's Griffin Howard.
These Gators are moving well. They got their foot stuck in the mud right here. They shouldn't have landed a little too close to the ground.
Gators not wasting any time on getting themselves set for another play. They're going to line themselves up right along the 4-yard line, right along the 5. And see what they can do. Here's the run. Up the middle. Try to stuff it, but the Westmoreland defense shoves it up the middle. Will not let him get any yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Tried the Wildcat on that one.
Grant Lilly on the stop for the Eagles. We'll see if we can get Davis Cheney or Cameron Upchurch. You saw him on that run attempt, but we've seen Cheney try to use his size to bully his way into the end zone. They're going to try to do it one more time. Here he goes. Cheney cutting off to his right, finds some open space, dives into the end zone, and he's got the 2nd touchdown of the night for the Gators.
Stay to what it is that you know that you do best, and that's run down and keep running down and keep running down. Keep using that run game, keep bulldozing.
Cheney celebrating mightily after the huge rushing touchdown to put the Gators up by 2 scores. Let's take a quick look here, courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Run off, heads to his right side, dives through the middle, would not be contained. Cheney, with a second touchdown of the night, adds on to Greenwood's lead.
Oh, off the pole.
And that one marks off the pole, incomplete for the extra point. So it'll be a 13-0 lead for the Gators with 10:15 left here in the first half. And when we come back, we'll see if Westmoreland has what it takes to respond as the Gators lead 13-0. And we appreciate you for tuning in here to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
You don't just work here.
You show up and you grow.
And to serve your customers well.
We're not just selling cars, we're selling careers and relationships.
It's all Gators here in the Swamp, and what better way for them to start their season, at least thus far, through a quarter and some change so far. 10:15 left in this first half. The Gators lead 13-0 over the Westmoreland Eagles out of Tennessee. Greenwood hoping to split the series here in the Cole Lumber Bowl 1-1 between Tennessee and Kentucky teams. We'll see if they can get it done through the remainder of this game, but it's been 2 touchdown scores so far for the Gators. One courtesy of Davis Cheney and the other of Nathan Self with a huge 45-yard touchdown, but we just saw it before we went to break there, a 5-yard rushing touchdown for Davis Cheney. As we start this second quarter, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust, and those 2 touchdowns from the Gators courtesy of Edmonton State Bank. The Gators set to return this one to the Westmoreland Eagles, and we'll get a second look at their offense here. As the Eagles, as we've seen through their opening drives, this will be their 3rd drive of the afternoon. That first drive, it was all number 44, Grant Lilly, the senior running back, but tried to spread it out and spread the rock a little bit more in their second drive, but came up just a little bit short. And they'll look to try to improve on that and incorporate some more of the pass game as it's brought in by Dylan Gann. And Gann finds space down the right side. Tries to get brought out. He's brought down by the kicker. By Graham Smothers, who got the defensive tackle. And that is why your kicker stays so far in the backfield so we could stop a play like that. What a great play from Graham Smothers.
Great save by Graham.
You can watch it here on the Toyota Bowling Green replay. Watch it again. Finds plenty of space down that right field line. Fakes himself to the inside, but Smothers would not let him go. Textbook tackle locks him up.
We have a man down.
We got one down on the field on the far side. And it's going to be Dylan Gann, the one you saw on that punt return. He is right over in front of the Greenwood line as Westmoreland players will head back to their respective sidelines. Everyone now currently taking a knee. Greenwood players are going to head back to their sideline as well. We can only hope it's nothing worse than a cramp. We saw some situations like that in game number 1 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. You never want to see situations like this ever, but especially this early in a season for a player like Dylan Gann, a young player, just a sophomore running back, but has shown his effort here. He's already had 2 great returns so far here this afternoon. It looks like they're taking a look at his ankle. Can't quite tell from which leg here up in our press box. So he's on the opposite side of the field. Gators lead 13-0. This is not a great situation. He is up. He's not laying on the ground, thankfully. He is up and alert. He's looking around. He's going to try to support himself to his feet. He's going to have coaches there to help him as he climbs up to his feet. It looks like maybe that pressure is not going to his left leg, but he is walking himself by his own power back to the sideline. A little assistance from the coaching staff, but hopefully just a cramp or slightly beat up there for Dylan Gann of Westmoreland.
You know, Ryan, this is the second time, like you said, that we've seen this earlier in the game. early game, the same thing happened. Now, I've heard the turf, this new AstroTurf, that it's really bad on ankles and knees. So it could have been very well a situation that he could have slipped or anything out here on this turf, man. And I don't know. You know, I'm a grass guy, so.
I think I'm with you because a lot of coaches have said they've had to adjust the way they train their players athletically. They have to work more on their ankle strength, just like you said, because of all these new AstroTurf, and especially here in Warren County Public Schools, it's even more so because you've got so many upgrades over the last couple of years to turf. Back underway. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Big play on the way. Here's a shot over the back, but it's broken up in the flat by Stuart Scott. Good defensive play there. The pass intended for Aaron Freeman.
Stuart Scott is everywhere.
You can see him there on your screen. You love seeing your defensive men hyped because that means they are on a roll. And you can see this Gators defense. They are just feasting on every little opportunity that Westmoreland is giving them. Again, like we said, this Westmoreland team, their offense, nothing to shy away from. 13-3 last season. A strong record, a good run through the postseason. And now Greenwood trying to hold them at bay through this first half with 10 minutes left to go. Here's the run. Hodge going to follow him through Freeman. Can't quite get to the first down marker before he's thrown out of bounds. It'll be Tristan Bailey-Thomas on the tackle there on Hodge. Hodge with a gain of 7 on the play. We've seen Hodge. He's not afraid to run the ball from his quarterback position. He's really just holding it down there. We haven't seen him try to sling it just yet, but we have to assume he's got something in the tank there.
Got to have something in the tank.
3rd and 2 from Greenwood's 34. Here's the snap. Hodge going to try to run it. Fakes it to his left. Cuts back to his right. But the Gators defense is not going to let him have it. On the tackle again is Stuart Scott. He is everywhere.
Stuart Scott. That young man right there is something special right now. I'm sure he's got to be one of the team leaders. He's a senior.
It's a loss of 2 on the play for Hodge. That brings up 4th down. And it looks like the offense might be staying out on the field. Hodge looking towards the sideline for his offensive coordinator. It looks like they may try to go for it here. You're not losing a whole lot. You're deep in Gators territory, so if you get a turnover on downs, you could probably trust your defense to make a stop. But they're going to go for it here on a 4th and 5. Out of the shotgun. Here goes Hodge, but they're going to call a timeout for Westmoreland. The Eagles will head back to their sideline to sort this 4th down situation out and maybe even change up their game plan here because 4th and 5 in a situation like this could go completely awry.
That would be the smart thing to do, is to go ahead and punt the ball down. I know that's what I would do in this situation. You're not close enough. You're not close enough to get anything done if you don't get the stop. Or if you get the stop, I'd punt it. I'd punt it.
Simply put.
I'd punt it. Because, again, you got Self, you got 44, my man. They're just killing it back and forth. Cheney. They're just killing it back and forth, man, and I wouldn't take the chance on it. I wouldn't risk it.
If you're from Bowling Green, I think Cheney might earn himself a bucket of Cheney's ice cream. That's just me, though. I think he might.
Sounds good.
I think he might need some.
He might need some.
You have a favorite Cheney's flavor? I'm a cookies and cream kind of guy.
Oh, I like a little mixture of everything. Strawberry cheesecake.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, a little mixture of everything. Speaking of that, you look at the student section here for Westmoreland, all the Hawaiian colors. They brought the energy tonight. This is what you love about Friday Night Lights, is 2 teams, 2 fan bases, 2 schools showing their passion for their guys. So we head back into play. It's 4th down, and Westmoreland going to try some tactics here to possibly get a first down, but nope, they're going to punt this one away. So, Hamp, I think they listened to you, as this one's going to bounce inside the 10. They're going to try to stop it. They stop it at the 1. Right at the 1-yard line, the Eagles stop the football from the punt, and the Gators are going to have to start deep in the swamp.
Deep in the swamp. That to me, that was the smartest choice, because if they would have lost it,
They're smart.
done.
They're smart choice. I think they heard you from up here, Hamp, because evidently they made the right call. Some other scores from around the region. Daviess County and Russellville just rounded up their contest. Daviess County won that one 45-6. A very commanding win for Daviess County. And then at the half between Monroe County and Warren Central, shout out to my home Falcons, 36-8 over the Dragons. I think we got better wings than the Dragons right now. A little biased. Got to shout out the alma mater.
You have to be. There's nothing wrong with that.
Here's the Gators from their own 1. They're forcing their way out of this one. They get to about the 7, so a gain of 5. Bring up second down. So a good run there for the Gators to get themselves out of some trouble, give them a little bit of breathing room here. Looks like it'll actually be a gain of about 7 on the play. Make it 2nd and 3. So they're going to run it back again. Cheney lined up alongside Levi Wyatt. We haven't seen him really sling it out wide yet. He had a good 17-yard pass to the freshman. We're going to see if they do it here. Fakes the play, runs up the middle. Tackled right along the line, so no gain on that play. We'll bring up 3rd down.
I tell you, I got tricked. I thought Self had the ball.
I think you and I both did. I think our eyes both went the same direction. Sometimes it's hard to see from up here. That's why we say we need binoculars sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Attached to the face.
But this is why we give you guys all these great cameras. Ian Lewis, you're seeing his camera right now down there on the sidelines, bringing you all the awesome shots from down low. It gives us an even better perspective of how these offense and defenses form together. But we're going to run with a 3rd and 1 on this play. So a short gain off of that. Levi Wyatt lined up alongside. He's going to head out to his left. He's going to carry it himself. Jukes the tackle, gets tackled, I think just shy of the 1st down, or he just barely got it. I think he's going to come up. He's either a tad short or he's right on it. It's going to be 4th and inches.
Ooh. Do you go for it on inches this close, backed up into your end zone?
Oh, it looks like they may be bringing out the punting unit to send this one out. So I think same thing like you said. This might be the smart choice. Technically still early in this game. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. You're up 13-0.
Hey,
don't take any risks.
None.
The second quarter action brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust as the Gators look to port this one away on 4th down. That one's going to be rainbow shotted up. It's going to land at about the 30. It's going to continue to bounce to the 38, 39, 40 before it rolls out of bounds. So unfortunately for the Gators, the Eagles will start this offensive drive in Gators territory.
You can get you a stop right here, though. It's not bad. It's not bad. That kick wasn't as great as we seen him do tonight, but they can make something happen right here. They can get a stop here.
We've already seen 2 Edmonton State Bank touchdowns here this afternoon as we get a fresh set of downs for the Eagles. The Eagles have yet to score in this contest, but they'll have a good starting spot as they'll pick up the football on 1st and 10 from the Gators' 40. 7:20 left in the first half. Here's Hodge. Dropping back, looking across the side, slings it off to the right side into double coverage, and it's swatted out of the air. That pass is incomplete. Nearly picked off by Ladarius Porter.
Ladarius was a little upset because he had that one. Oh, man.
It's the ones that come up just shy that you wish you had just one more try at.
And it was right there for him. He just couldn't hold on to it. That's why he's not a wide receiver.
2nd and 10 for Westmoreland as they'll head back to the line off that incomplete pass. No harm, no foul. Just make it 2nd down. 7:14 left in this first half. Here's Hodge off the snap. Movement in the back. They're going to hand it off. Here it goes. Up the middle. Plenty of space on the trick play. Makes the 1st down before he's knocked out of bounds. That's 23, Aaron Freeman on the run.
That was a nice option. Throw. That was a nice option right there. Luckily, Tristan Bailey Thomas was right there to knock him out of bounds and not let that go any further.
We've said Tristan Bailey Thomas's name quite a bit here, but there's going to be a timeout called by the Gators as we take a look back on this play from the Toyota Bowling Green replay. knocked out of bounds. You could see the action there, but even our cameraman got lost, as I think all of us did on that trick play, but a great run there for Aaron Freeman to get the first down and then some. Westmoreland going to try to ride this momentum to an eventual score. The music's playing, the lights are on. There's a cool fall breeze in the midst. There's helmets crashing on the field. Football season is back. Fall is nearing ever closer.
Man.
Some would say it's the best time of year.
Spring and fall.
Spring and fall.
Spring and fall.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Not too.
I think that's a cool take.
Cool take.
Cool take. Just like spring and fall.
Yep. That's it.
Cool take. I think most people could agree with that. I can understand how some people could be summer folks. I get that. I like summer too. It's just too hot.
It is.
Too hot in Kentucky.
Unless you're on the beach.
Yeah, too hot in Kentucky.
Yeah, there you go.
Too hot in Tennessee. Nashville people understand the heat.
100%.
That's why they got Nashville
100%.
hot chicken. I love Nashville hot chicken.
Oh man.
That's its own battle in between. Here's Freeman run up the left side. Flag thrown in the back after a gain of 3 on that play. We'll see how that changes things out. A little bit of aggression between some players there after the play is over. We'll see what this flag is going to be called on. It's going to be a flag on the Eagles, I believe. And this, it's going to be holding on the offense, so that will be on the Eagles, and that'll move them back those 10 yards. That's a big loss there for Westmoreland in what seemed like they were holding a lot of momentum and really carrying it down the field. So that'll keep it first down, but that'll make it 1st and 20 for the Eagles here. As Hodge heads off back to his huddle from the sideline. Line heads into place. Lined up alongside of Hodge is Lilly, as they're going to hand it off to Freeman. Freeman again with some space, but the Gators defense sniffs it out. Does not let them get back to that line of scrimmage marker. They get a short gain on that play, but it'll bring up 2nd down.
Gators sniffed that one out pretty swiftly. Made a great stop. The defense is on point right now. They're not making too many mistakes at all.
It's a gain of 1 on that play. They're going to shift over to the right hash on the far side of the field now, as Hodge once again runs back from his sideline. Something you don't see a whole lot is a quarterback consistently running back and forth from the sideline to talk to his coordinator. You don't necessarily see that a whole lot, but evidently it's a system that works for them.
It's a little old school.
Here's Hodge. He's got Lilly along to his right side. 2 receivers out to his left on this 2nd and long. He's going to look off to his left to one of those 2. He's going to have to make a break for it. Off to his left side. He'll try to make a break to the outside, but he's brought down by Scott and carried out of bounds. No gain on that play from Hodge.
Have you seen who was there to push him out of bounds? Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, once again, you see him, number 2 there on the center of your screen. He has been all over the field. If there's been some kind of trick play, he's been the first one pretty much to sniff it out.
Always on it. Always on it. It's like they practice on trick plays, period.
They're all set. Hodge heading back out onto the field. You see again that old school strat you don't normally see. A lot of guys use hand motions. They use signals to give you the play, but Hodge and their coach, they just do it the old-fashioned way. Some movement. Got some shifting. Here's Hodge dropping back again. Another pass play. Lets it fly in the pocket. Deep. Over to the end zone. In double coverage. That one's broken up. Nearly intercepted. But it'll be an incomplete and bring up 4th down for Westmoreland.
Tristan Bailey Thomas with the breakdown.
We say a number 2 and number 3 a lot of times tonight, as we've got a player down on the field, and it looks like it is Tristan Bailey Thomas. And he is wincing heavily. The helmet is off. His left leg doesn't seem to have much movement. His right leg is moving quite a bit. But the Greenwood trainer is out on the field. One of the trainers for Westmoreland actually is also heading out to help. So Tristan Bailey Thomas is down just in the Gators' left side end zone. And while they try to get him back to her feet, we're going to take a step aside here on the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfund.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Back to the action here as Westmoreland back into play. Hodge throws it over the top. It's brought in. What a haul by Aaron Freeman, who finally gets that reception and converts on the 4th down for a first. That's another blowout first down. Wow. What a play for Aaron Freeman as we take a look back on the Toyota Bowling Green replay. Beautiful shot by Ian Lewis down on the sideline. Jumps up, he bounces off the ground and hauls that thing in, and now they're wasting no more time. Here come the Eagles. Going to be a handoff to Lilly, heads off to his right side. Gators chomp at the bit quickly. Short gain of him there. That'll be about a gain of 2 on the play. The first successful pass play of the afternoon for the Eagles is a big one.
They're trying to take flight.
A 15-yard pass to Aaron Freeman has now put them well inside the red zone with a chance to score now on 2nd and 10. 3:50 left here in this first half. The Eagles would love to go into their locker room at the half with this as a 1-score ball game. Lilly alongside to the left, back in the shotgun. Here he goes, hands off to Lilly, runs straight up the middle, but the Gators snip it out quick. Short gain on the play. Looks like a gain of 2 on that run by Lilly. Can the Gators defense build a wall here in these last 7 yards of play? 3:15 left until the end of the half. The Eagles are chomping at the bit, eager to get themselves on the board as Hodge heads back to his huddle from the sideline. 3 minutes now left in this first half. Here's the snap. It'll be 3rd down and 7. 7 yards is all the Eagles need to break into the end zone, and they will call a timeout just to play it safe with 2:45 left here in the half. You got timeout, might as well use it.
Might as well use it right here at this point in time, too. They're threatening to score. The Gators' defense have been playing really, really tough and haven't made too many mistakes at all.
So we take a look back again at this huge catch from Aaron Freeman. Look at how high he jumps off the ground to haul that ball in. He grabbed it by the tips of his fingers in order to bring down that football to convert on the 4th down. A huge play, and the student section is loving it.
Yeah, that student section has grown over there.
They've traveled well. Westmoreland not too far from here in Bowling Green. Give or take an hour's trip, if that, depending on where you're driving from. So not too far from here.
I've never been there.
Westmoreland just down the road from Allen County, Scottsville. When we talked to head coach Brad Hood, he always said, that Westmoreland, ACS used to be a bit of a rivalry game. They used to pack out down there in Scottsville.
Wow.
So no surprise to see that the Eagles fans travel well.
Oh, yeah, right here at home almost.
2:45 left in this first half, and now here we go on the 3rd and goal. Opportunity. It's Freeman. Tries to cut that up the middle, but he can't quite make it. Slips on the turf, and he's going to fall just short. He gains about a yard on the play. So Freeman has just been all over the field offensively. Whether he's running the football, whether he's pulling a pass in by his fingertips, he continues to make a big impact as the clock runs down. 2:20 left in the half. Looks like that will bring up 4th down, and they may just go for a field goal attempt here. At least get themselves on the board, and it looks like that is what they're going to do. It'll be Braxton Cook.
Smart option.
Braxton Cook out for the field goal attempt for the Eagles. Can he send this one soaring for the first points on the board of the night for Westmoreland? And he's going to complete it. That one is up and good. A field goal complete and the first points on the board for the Eagles.
2 minutes left. Well, 1 minute and 52 seconds left. It's quite a bit of time.
So first points on the board. They finally break through with right at, just like you said, Hamp, 2 minutes left in this half. And at least if you're the Eagles, you can push into that halftime break and say, listen, we got on the board. We were right there. Now all I need you guys to do is push that envelope just a little bit further. We can't always rely on Aaron Freeman to go out there and make a big catch like that. We need everybody to operate as a unit.
That's it. That's the only way this game is won is as a team.
Things are winding down here in this first half. Both sides are breaking in. You've got to look at the huddle there for the Eagles as we'll have a fresh set of downs. Nearly got an Edmonton State Bank touchdown for the Eagles. That came up just short. Had to settle for a field goal.
All right, Tristan looks like he's about ready to come back in. He came running down the sideline a couple of times, getting that ankle worked out, getting it loose, keeping it loose. So it looks like he's about to come back in the game.
And those are the things you love to see so early in this season here for Trista Bailey-Thomas. Hopefully, if we don't at least see him back out on the field for this game, we may even see him for next week's 7 Mountain Sports Network Game of the Week when we come back here to the Swamp when the Gators host Warren East.
Well, who I thought was Tristan is not Tristan. I was looking at the wrong person. He came running from the same direction where Tristan is at. He's still sitting on the bench over there getting looked at.
He is sitting on the bench. He's getting some help. He looks a little more lively, though. He's talking with their coaching staff and with their athletic trainers. Still here cheering on his guys. Looks like he may even have some kind of ice or something on one of his legs as well over there on that far side. So hopefully nothing too bad for Bailey-Thomas, as this one's going to get caught by Cheney. He's going to go on the return. He's going to head all the way up to the left side, cuts back up the middle, tries to get a couple extra yards. He gets them 5 extra yards on that play for Cheney, but a little bit of contact in the back. No flag on that play. Could have been a personal foul called there, but it's going to be called all clean as the Gators will now start it from about the 30 in their own territory.
Cheney's a house, boy. I'm telling you, when he gets going, he gets going.
1:43 left in this first half. Gators lead by 10. It's 13-3. And the Gators would love nothing more than after a 5-6 season, their first sub-500 year since 2019, than to start this 2025 year with a win. There's the handoff. It's to Self. We saw what happened last time. He got some space. No, it's to Cheney. Cheney up the middle. He gets a huge gain and the first down.
That play was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful reverse. Cheney came right on up the middle from the handoff from Self and busted right up the gut and just kept it rolling, man. He seen that secondary and said, I'm gone.
We got a player down for the Eagles. He is just laying on his back. It looks like he may have a cramp in that right foot.
What?
Again, I don't know if you correct me if I'm wrong. Hamp, you may know more about this. If the turf has any effect on the frequency of cramps, I don't know if that's something that happens.
Lack of water and bananas and oranges.
All the potassium.
Yeah, all the potassium you can get. Yeah, so
he's up and going. He said, all right, he said, don't worry, guys, I'm sorry.
Hey, when those cramps hit, though, I mean, they can drop you in a heartbeat.
Oh, trust. That was the worst part of as a soccer player when you got Charlie Horse mid-game. That was the worst part. But you can see him there immediately getting hydrated, heading back to the sideline. No doubt that we are going to see, that's number 4, that's Jason Sterlinski, no doubt we'll see him back out there after he gets maybe some Gatorade, some water in his system.
Oh, yeah.
Heading back out there, it's 1st and 10, another blowout Cove first down. On the way here for the Gators. Here's the run. Off the way for Ryder. He's going to cut back up the middle. Tries to break his way through, but it's brought down, and it looks like the football got out, and Westmoreland recovered. Westmoreland recovered the football on the fumble by Ryder Lambert, and they will now pick it up in Gators territory.
Man, just lost it just a little bit. That's all it takes is just that one little hit on it. Rolls out. It was enough of them around it to jump right on it.
And you can see Hodge there on your screen. He is ready to get things underway as we take a look at your Toyota Bowling Green replay at this steal. Let's watch it here. Off to the left side of your screen. And you can see as the fumbling kind of continues, they come away with it. And it was Hodgen at quarterback who made his own play. He said, hey, listen, I'm not done. He's got a little redemption he needs for that
Just
last
a
drive.
little bit.
He said, I'm going to take that. I'm going to get my offense back out here. We're going to run it back down the field. 13-3, the Gators lead, but Westmoreland might have something to say about that here with 1:19 left in the first half. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle. There's the run. Stuffed right about the 42, so no gain on that play.
And that was a stop again by Casey Coleman.
Like Dylan Gann on the run on that play for the Eagles. Hodge heads back to the sideline, getting words from his offensive coordinator. And he'll head back out to his team. He's going to get some confirmation here on the play. About 30 seconds left on the game clock. Plenty of time to talk this one over, but 45 seconds left in the first half as the clock continues to wind down. It's a 13-3 Gators lead. They'd like to go into halftime with more than a one score, but can Westmoreland cut it down? Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to cut it off. Bit of a trick play, running it up the middle, but the Gators once again sniff it out on defense, and they're going to stuff that one. Short gain of 2.
Bryson Boggs on that stop.
Ten seconds winding down the clock. It looks like both teams are content to end this half, but no, they're going to call a timeout. Westmoreland is pointing towards the clock, maybe even questioning why it was still running. But either way, he's going to call a timeout and maybe give his team a second chance opportunity here with 5 seconds left. Opportunity to get one more play off before this half ends. It's because if you get another big half here, you can see them talking it over in the huddle. The Eagles would love nothing more than to make this a 3-point game if at all possible.
Now, do they have a 40-yard kicker?
We might see that.
Man. It's about a 50-yarder.
That'd be tough.
That'd be really tough.
Listen, Station Camp, he got a heck of a kicker.
Heck of a kicker.
I think there's a great opportunity that he could. We know he can make the 45.
Definitely can make the 45.
He could definitely make the 45. But it looks like they're just going to keep the offense out here. The Eagles, they're out of timeouts, are the Eagles. So this 3rd down is all they've got in this first half. Can they make it a 3-point ball game? Potentially, with 5 seconds left on the clock until we get to halftime. 5 seconds is all it takes for a big moment to change the entire game here at the Swamp. And Coach Howard is preaching to his guys right now to not let that happen. They're going to make a change on the clock. They're going to add a couple seconds back. They'll make it 8 as to when the timeout was called. And now we'll see if Westmoreland can strike here in the closing seconds. Movement. Hodgen drops back, in motion, lets it fly, off the left side, possibly going to get intercepted, nearly brought in, but a flag thrown on the play, possible pass interference as the Eagle side erupts and cheers. It looks like that'll be a pass interference call with 1.89 left on the timer until this first half ends.
Now who's the 28 is got his hands up, Alex Hagan.
So it will be a pass interference on the Gators. And we'll see if that brings up the first down for Westmoreland either way. They're only going to have about enough time to get off one play. And that will shift them to the first down and move the chains nearing red zone territory. So they'll get to the 25 for this blowout co first down. Again, that first down brought to you by the Blowout Co., your destination for all things homecoming. 1.8 seconds left on the play clock. Westmoreland is limited on the time. You got one shot at it, operating out of the shotgun. 3 receivers out to the right side. Here's the play. Hodgen drops back. He's going to have 3 options. Throws it up the middle to the flat. It's picked off. Picked off at the 5, but the flag's thrown in the backfield. It's going to be a pass interference, it looks like, again on the Gators. And we'll see how that shakes things out. We saw a flag in the midst of that interception being caught. And at least to our appearance, it's going to be a pass interference once again on the Gators. I think it's going to be on Stuart Scott.
I see why they would have called that. But also that was like simultaneously he didn't see that his guy was getting the ball. So he was going for the tackle. I could see how. I don't like it though.
It's tough. It's a tough call if you're the Gators, but it's exactly what you need if you're the Eagles. Now the conundrum of, I guess they get one final play here before the half.
Yeah, going to kick it.
And they're going to go for yet another field goal and try to make this a 7-point ball game. One on the way for Cook. Here's the kick. It's up. And right up through the middle. That one's a no-doubter for Cook. It is a 13-6 ball game to end out the half and end out the second quarter. Brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust, but it's still the home Gators holding on to a strong lead here at the Swamp in the Cole Lumber Bowl. A 13-6 lead as we enter halftime, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with your halftime show here on the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfund.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
We know getting your car serviced isn't exactly your favorite thing to do.
That's why we don't treat it like it's just another job.
You want it done fast without cutting corners.
We get it right the first time.
We've got places to be.
So we move like your schedule depends on it, because it does.
Clear communication, no surprises.
Trust goes further than miles.
Toyota of Bowling Green.
We make servicing your vehicle simple.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfund.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
And we welcome you back here to Greenwood High School on a beautiful, cool night here in Bowling Green, Kentucky for the Cole Lumber Bowl, game number 2 between the Greenwood Gators and the Westmoreland Eagles out of Tennessee here this afternoon. It's been a lovely day, and what better way to open high school football season than here with a bowl game in South Central Kentucky in the great city of Bowling Green, Kentucky, here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network with myself, Ryan Murphy, Hamp, over on the other side as well, helping us call this fantastic set of games that we've had here at the Cole Lumber Bowl. What a night it's been.
It's been a great night right here, man. That first game was a little shaky, but this second one right here is a truly good contest right here. I'm glad that we're right here witnessing what's going on. The Greenwood Gators, some would have looked at them and said, no, not going to do it according to the stats and to everything of last year and how Westmoreland did last year, and it just doesn't look that way. Greenwood came to play, and I love it.
Coach Howard always has his guys set to play, and after a season like last year, sub 500 for the first time in 6 seasons, you had to know he was really putting it into his guys like, hey, we've got a lot to prove coming into this season, and what better way to start than right here at home during the Cole Lumber Bowl. And as we take some look at scores around the region, of course, here at Greenwood leads 13-6 over Westmoreland, Tennessee. A final from Warren Central. Monroe wins that one 43-8. Shout out my hometown Falcons. Jackson in the third quarter. Jackson leads Clinton 28-24. Barron leads Pulaski Southwestern 6-0 at the end of the first, and a big final score from way out in Lexington. South Warren 56, Bryant Station 35. A big inaugural win for South Warren in their first season in 6A play. That's a great way to start a year for the Spartans. Great way to start the year for the Spartans. Moved up into the 6A, like you said. Man, I'm proud of them right now. I love what's going on. And we'll hopefully get a chance to see some of those Spartans later in the season in action. They'll be a part of our Game of the Week schedule that we'll tell you a little bit more about towards the end of our broadcast. But we've got to talk about some big moments first off from this game. And first off, the big touchdown, looking at this Toyota Bowling Green play. Look at this big play from Nathan Self. Puts on the afterburners, finds that shot through the A-gap, and he is gone, Hamp. Man, I tell you what, they should never do that to themselves. They're gonna keep using him. If they keep using him and they can't stop him, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it not one bit, because he is really just in it. I'm just loving what I'm seeing out of Self. And then you want to talk about another big play. This really shifted the tide for Westmoreland and allowed them to kind of shift and get these 2 field goals to cut into the lead for the Gators. This huge pull-in from Freeman, brought in by a huge and an awesome shot by our man Ian Lewis down there on the sideline. What a get for both our cameraman and for Aaron Freeman. What a catch. Man, a lot of catching going on right there. Cameraman catching great shots. As we said, you can't get them anywhere else. Great catch right there, man. This is a game. This is a game. And you seen how high he had to get up to get that ball, man, because Ladarius was right there, and he could have picked it off almost, but he got up and got it. And we saw those big plays, and we're sure to see even more in this second half. It's a close one, 13-6 your score at halftime, with the Gators on top of the Westmoreland Eagles. And we're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have your halftime stats some players to possibly look out for the second half and the ones who've made the most impact so far here in game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl at Greenwood High School. And we appreciate you for tuning in, whether it's over the airwaves or via our live stream. You're tuned in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfun.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
Welcome you back to the Cole Lumber Bowl here at Greenwood High School, and the home hosting Gators lead the Westmoreland, Tennessee Eagles at the half 13-6, and we promised you some stats, so we're going to get you to them. And of course, we got to look first and foremost at the offensive stats. First touchdown came courtesy of a huge run that you saw just before we went to break there from Nathan Self. Number 1, the senior back, took off, set off the afterburners, and brought home a 45-yard touchdown. Took that sucker to the house before eventually we saw Cheney for the Gators as well bring home a touchdown, a 5-yard rushing touchdown as well. And he's got 29 yards on the night to go along with Greenwood's total of 120 total offensive yards, 2 touchdowns. And the reason you see that 13 instead of a typical 14 is they had a missed extra point attempt on their first touchdown. So that kind of put a little bit of a wrench in things, made it a 7-point ball game here so far as we're nearing the start of the second half. But then you look over to Westmoreland's side. Obviously, they got those 2 field goals to get them up to those 6 points, and those both came in that second quarter, both of those 15-yarders, give or take, for number 30 for Westmoreland. That's Braxton Cook, the junior kicker, who's locked him in, got him those 6 points on the board, and put him in respectable position. They're now only 1 score behind as we start this second half, and I'm sure that's been the big preaching moment to the Eagles going into this second half is you're down, but you're not out, and we've got ourselves back in this ballgame.
Oh, yeah, and to stop the run by any means necessary. I'm sure they are telling them right now. They're still in there. Stop the run.
Now,
either one of those guys.
Now, the defense, though, Hamp, has been a big point of emphasis for the Gators. Last season, obviously, gave up a lot more points than they typically like or they're typically used to. But still, tonight, you're seeing the impact from a lot of different players, whether it's Stuart Scott, Tristan Bailey-Thomas, who unfortunately went out earlier with an injury. He was sitting on the sideline. He was up and moving around, so hopeful to at least see him throughout the rest of the season. But you've seen a lot of big plays from a lot of guys in the trenches for Greenwood.
Oh, yeah. Most notably, K.C. Coleman. is one of them, as well as Stuart Scott has been all over the place. Ladarius has been all over the place. Like everybody's moving as one unit, and as Bruce Lee would say, flowing like water.
Flowing like water. I love it. And they're Gators. They're in the swamp. They're flowing through the waters of the swamp and controlling their own trenches like only they know how to. It's a beautiful new turf field. They've had it for a couple seasons, but it's an entirely almost new facility here at Greenwood. We're now sitting in what used to be the home press box, now considered the away press box. On the opposite side, you could see from that large wide shot, you could see the athletic facility, brand new to Greenwood this year. I believe they only just now started using it, or they're wrapping up some construction on the inside. So football program, soccer program, all the athletic programs here at Greenwood are going to be hopeful to use that through this next calendar academic year. And Gators already showing that they feel like they're worthy of it here tonight. They're going to try to bounce back from that 5-6 season they had last year.
Oh yeah, and I believe they're gonna play even harder this year, and they're going to get right back to where the road they were on a couple years ago. I believe they're going to be right back on that same path, especially how they run the ball. They've always ran the ball very well, especially the past probably 6-7 years. They've run the ball very well, and they're just showing they're doing it again tonight.
Coach Howard really has an emphasis on running the football and relying on those T formations, and you've really seen it in action tonight. They've not been afraid to maybe go deeper into their rule book and pull out a couple of trick plays. That's what's been really, really exciting to watch about this game, because maybe you feel like because it's a out-of-state game, you have a little more opportunity to be free-flowing with the playbook a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's a perfect time because, once again, these are teams that they're not going to play each other again. This is kind of like your setup, your warm-up. Let's sharpen the edge a little bit, play somebody a little tough, and see where we're at mentally and physically.
Now, we did see towards the end of that first half a couple of pass interference plays, key ones, that really allowed Westmoreland to make this back into a one-score football game. And a lot of those came from the safeties. They came from the DBs. They came from pass interference calls that allowed Westmoreland to make a whole lot of gains, because by chance it's possible that Greenwood got a little bit too comfortable in their defensive scheme.
They could have gotten a little bit comfortable, but at the same time, I believe it's a little of aggressiveness, which is great, because if you look at Stuart Scott and you look at Tristan and you look at Ladarius, I mean, they're everywhere. They're all over the place, and that's what you want. I mean, you don't want the penalties, but you want them to be right there doing their job and being right on it, man. I mean, they're doing phenomenal.
And we talked about Casey Coleman. Again, Hamp, you brought him up. He's a player who has continued to make big impacts. He was our player to watch. He's one of their returning leading tacklers from last season. He's shown that pressure that he's capable of already. And when you have a mixture of almost veteran guys, even though they didn't see a whole lot of action maybe over the last couple seasons, you could see how much they've improved over the summer in what Coach Howard called really a typical summer for his program.
Oh yeah, they've learned. It's like they've learned from the ones that were before them, and they have taken it and they have brought it forward through the summer, and they did exactly what. It's like they've taken the training and they really taken it in. They're really soaking it in. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
And the great thing is, too, for this Greenwood team, and something that we hadn't mentioned until now, their entire starting offensive line from last season returns this year.
Yes.
So you could clearly tell, at least from the way their offensive scheme, how effectively they're running the ball. You can see that chemistry is really paying off when it comes to their offense.
Oh yeah. It's like they picked up right where they left off, and it's wonderful, man.
And as you look out on the field here this afternoon, both teams wrapping up their stretching motions. We'll have a handful of minutes here before we get back underway, and before we do, we'll step aside for just a moment, and when we come back, it'll be time for the second half of game number 2 here in the Cole Lumber Bowl between the Greenwood Gators and the Westmoreland High School Eagles out of Tennessee, as the Gators lead 13-6 at the half. And whether you're tuning in over the airwaves or via live stream, we appreciate you for tuning in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome back here to Greenwood High School as the second half is getting ready and almost set to get underway. And as you look down on the field, you may see to the bottom left of your screen, just above that scoreboard, number 6, Dylan Gann, the sophomore running back, made several plays throughout the opener. You're seeing him on your screen now. He looks to be checking out his left leg. He did take a couple of big hits. He went down early, I believe, in that first quarter, and we saw him come out a little bit later, but now his pads are off as he sits on the sideline, and it's possible we may have seen the last of the sophomore Dylan Gann of this afternoon's contest.
Even if it's not that serious, pull him now. There's no reason to get hurt early in the season to where you can't play, 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. That's no fun.
You can see a lot of his teammates. You see Aiden White walk over, give him some words of encouragement. It is possible, and it looks to be that we've seen the last of Gann in this contest. But like you mentioned, young guy, sophomore, he's going to have further opportunities, hopefully, throughout the rest of this season and through the rest of his high school career to just continue to ball out for the Eagles. And hopefully he just continues to stay healthy through the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Westmoreland heading back out. They'll be set to receive from the Gators as Westmoreland deferred to the second half after the coin toss. Back to receive for the Eagles is Gabe Eady. And we've said his name all night long, Aaron Freeman, who had a huge haul-in play. We watched it at the beginning of our halftime show as we get ready to start this third quarter and the second half. Just about ready to get underway. Kicking it back the other way will be the senior Graham Smothers. And be on the lookout on the near side of your screen as Smothers launches it back the other way. Look down to the bottom of your screen. If Freeman comes away with it, he's got it. We'll see how far he can take it. Heads up the right side. Thinks second about it. Cuts up the middle. Gets stopped at about the 30. And that's where the Eagles will start their offensive drive, their first of this second half. Westmoreland trying to get their fan section pumped to go for this second half. They've got an opportunity here to really carry the momentum from the end of that second half. As we look around from scores around the region, again, we mentioned that South Warren Bryant Station game with a 56-35 final score. And at the end of the first over at Warren East, it's Floyd Central over Warren East, 17-7. That's after one. We bring back the action here. We're in the start of the third quarter. Some movement from the backs. Double back system. They're going to punch it off, try to punch it straight up the middle on that first down. And a short gain on that first down brought to you by the blowout coat. That'll bring up third down, actually second down. It'll be 2nd and 7 after a short gain on that play for Westmoreland. It was Lilly on the run. You saw three backs kind of stuffed in the middle behind the offensive line to try to run the football, maybe force a break in the A-gap. And they'll head back into the jumbo. Off the run, here's Lilly again, just straight off the snap for the run, heads up to his right side, nearly gets to the first down marker, but comes up just short. I think it's going to be 3rd and 1.
The Gators are hunting anything that come in the water.
You can see Jason Sterlinski pressuring the offense to keep going. It looks like they're going to keep this system going. Lilly, once again, off the direct snap, heads to his right side. They're going to try to find the weakness, punch their way through to the first down, and it looks like they'll get it.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
That'll be a first down that'll move the chains. Brought to you by the Blowout Co., your destination for all things homecoming. Both teams heading off to either side. Again, a huge thank you to our sponsors who make it possible to bring you this live coverage here this afternoon from Greenwood High School. Brand new set of downs here for Westmoreland. And they're still in that. And they're still in the jumbo formation. Grant Lilly in on the direct snap. Again, running to that right side. They feel like they found a weakness there, and the Gators continue to chomp it shut. And a short gain on the play.
And who do you see right over there by it? Casey Coleman.
Lilly again with a 2-yard gain on that play, or looks to be a 1-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. They'll come out of the jumbo and send Hodge, quarterback, back out onto the field. Lilly will step aside to the sidelines. We mentioned Lilly early in that first quarter and how they were continuously using him to really try and batter and bruise that Greenwood defense. The opening 6 plays for Westmoreland came courtesy of Grant Lilly, as he's now off to the sidelines. Hodge back on the field, 9 minutes left. Hodge going to try to make a break for it off to the left side, try to find some space. They're going to try to force him out of bounds, but he gets the first down. For the Eagles, another first down courtesy of the blowout code. Fresh set of downs and a strong run there by Hodge.
Hodge was running like his life depended on it right then.
As we take a look at the Toyota Bowling Green replay, you see him here. He's got plenty of blockers, plenty of opportunity to shake the defenders, gets just enough for the first down to shift the chains. And that's going to be Westmoreland's calling card, I guess it seems. The little scrappy plays like that's going to continue to get them first downs.
Got to bite it off little by little.
They're going to run it the same way again, but Hodge gets stuffed this time. Stuart Scott on the play for the Gators, stuffs him with a loss of 3.
Big things coming for this team right here, y'all. Stuart Scott just stays all over the place.
Stuart Scott continues to show out in this game. Only downside to his performance so far, you'd say, would be that pass interference call in the middle of the second quarter. But even then,
that's it.
He feels like he's more than made up for it in so many different aspects, and that's coming off a season last year as a junior where he only tallied 20 tackles, 2 of those for loss. Feels like he's already got that tonight, it seems like.
He's on the road. He's on the road to be way more than that.
Here's 2nd and 11. Back in the snap to Lilly, who's going to make his way up the middle, finds a hole in the A-gap and gets a huge gain of about 7 on that play. It'll be short. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3, it looks like. 3rd and 4. So Lilly once again on the direct snap. Finally finds that hole that they've been trying to create in the offensive line and gets them to a 3rd and 4. Here's the snap for Westmoreland. 7:15 left in the third quarter. Another direct to Lilly. Trip up there for the Gators defense. A flag thrown in the back. But they bring him down. That would be for a loss of yards depending on where this penalty will go. It's going to be holding on the offense. So either way, it'll be a loss of yards for the Eagles that will send them back.
Stuart Scott once again.
They're saying his name a lot.
He's just like, man, he's just on it. He's hawking, man. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you win. That's how you charge up your defense right there, is by showing that you're going to be all over the field and you're going to take it to the max.
They see what looks like the punt return unit heading out onto the field after that holding penalty against the Eagles. And it looks like they're going to try to punt it away, and a flag is thrown way in the back, as it might have been a trick play they were calling there. I think they may have called a timeout because you saw number 8 towards the bottom of your screen. That's Thomas Francis, the wide receiver, got out wide. Clearly they were not thinking to punt that there. I think they may have went on the play a little too quick.
Yeah, no better time to try to correct your trick plays than now.
So a timeout call, I believe. Nonetheless, I believe it will be from Westmoreland. The Gators don't feel like they need it. They don't need to discuss anything. So to me, that says the timeout came from the Eagles side of the football, but they're going to head back out there with, again, another 4th and 10 situation. Question is do they maybe try to run with that play they were thinking of, or do they just do the direct snap to Lilly and let him punt it?
Yeah, he needs to punt it.
You said this before, and it paid off.
He needs to punt it.
You've said this before. I would trust Hamp on this one. We'll see what their thought process is. Here's the snap. On the way. Lilly's back out there on the direct snap. He's going to punt this one away this time. That one's a rainbow shot way up high. It's going to land about the Gators 20, where it's picked up at the 19. Catch is called off, and that's where the Gators will start their next offensive drive here in this third quarter.
That was a smart move right there.
Anytime there's an option to punt, I hope you never change your mind. And I hope because I feel like every time they've had the opportunity tonight, I think they've listened to you.
Well, they thought about it on that last time. Somebody messed it up for them because they were definitely going to go for a pass right then.
They were thinking of something.
They messed it up.
I almost wish it was creative, whatever it was. They had me lost.
It was.
I was darting. My eyes were darting all over the field. Gators back in it offensively. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Here's Wyatt on the handoff. Runs up the middle by Self. And that'll be a gain, what looks like 5 on the play for the Gators by Self. And we've got a
cramp.
Looks like another cramp possibly, I believe so. And what I think is going to be an injury timeout for both teams. We'll try and see here who it is, but we'll step aside here as they nurse the cramping Eagles player. And when we come back, we'll continue your coverage here from the third quarter of game number 2 in the Cole Lumber Bowl as the Gators lead 13-6 over the Westmoreland Eagles. You're tuned into the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
You don't just work here.
You show up and you grow.
And to serve your customers well.
We're not just selling cars, we're selling careers and relationships.
Welcome you back here to Greenwood High School for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. The Gators out front 13-6. We're back to the action as the Gators holding strong with the offensive side of the ball. Their second snap of this drive is a flag thrown late. Another run for Nathan Self, who heads up the middle just shy of that first down marker. It'll be a gain of about 4 on that play. So back-to-back gains of 4 for Nathan Self, once again, who we've saw already tonight, capable of just a little bit of space, carrying it all the way home for a 45-yard touchdown. But that play is going to be rescinded for a false start on the offense. As Westmoreland players, you can see them. They're calling for their players to come away, and that'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Gators. So not a terrible position to be in, but certainly not one you want to continue to make. You, just like we mentioned, Hamp, you saw a couple of those key penalties on the defensive side, and it seems like maybe some of that aggressiveness is now starting to bleed over to the offense for Greenwood. 6.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Gators up 13-6. They'll be 2nd and 11 from the Gators' own 16. And it'll be a flag on the play. Another false start on the offense.
Oh, wow.
Again, I didn't see any movement, but whatever it is, the pressure seems to be adding on here to the Gators. Another false start call.
Wow.
And I think you can see Coach Howard on the other end of the field, once again beside himself, cannot believe the call. Looked almost like he was pointing to a Eagles player as to leading the false start rather than a Gator.
58 is who I seen jump on the Eagle side.
But the Gators are going to have to snap back into it here, as it'll now be 2nd and 16. Back-to-back false start calls against the Gators have put them deep in their own territory. Wyatt on the snap. He's going to hand it off once again. No, to Self. Then the fake off the play. They'll run it up the middle. And a short gain, I think, will get them back to their initial starting spot and make it 3rd down. So, yes, a gain of 6 on that play.
Tell you what, they tricked my eyes again because I was looking at Self going up the sideline.
I think you and I both were. I was fully convinced. That just shows you this 3-back system that Greenwood has is working to great effect as a helmet is being carried back to the sideline. There is another player down for the Eagles and what looks to be another cramp. And that's the worst part. I mean, the cramps are the worst.
Man, and they drop you. You drop like a bad habit as soon as it hits. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
You could see Jason Sterlinski is over there helping nurse the injured player. He's heading back to his huddle now. You could see them in the sideline. Still nursing that leg is the athletic trainer for the Eagles.
I'm telling you, they just need to bring that spray back and spray the whole leg up.
We take a look back here on your Toyota Bowling Green replay. Take a look at this play from Hodge. Previously, you saw that first down run. Once again, that's just the plays that they've been so strong and capable of making all afternoon long. That's what's given Westmoreland seemingly the momentum advantage here that Greenwood held for the first quarter and a half of this ball game.
And this is just a running game. Like, there hasn't been as many passes at all. This is all to test each other's running strength. It's like they got together and said, hey, we're going to test our defensive lines and let's just crash them into each other, and our offensive lines, let's just crash everybody into each other.
As he climbs to his feet, that is number 30, Braxton Cook. He was also their kicker, so that could come into play later if they're going to look for other field goal opportunities, who else they may have to rely on down the line. But with other scores throughout the region, just up the road in Edmonson County, Grayson County, at Edmonson County, we have a final score. Grayson wins 39-15 over Edmonson County. That is the Grayson County Cougars' 7th straight win in the Tobacco Bowl. As we're back to the action here at Greenwood. Here's Wyatt bringing it off to his right side, throws it off over to the flat, and it's
they called
incomplete. We thought it was a catch. We waited on the call.
It looked like it was good for a second, but I also thought that it bounced off the turf.
That pass from the Gators intended to Will Crutcher. That one's going to go incomplete. That brings up 4th down, and Gators looks like they're going to choose to punt this one away, but the officials taking their time there to make sure they got that one correct, because really I think that one could have gone either way. It was pretty close.
It was really close.
So now 5:45 left in this third quarter. Gators still lead 13-6. Not much movement on the score column. Only 2 Edmonson State Bank touchdowns so far in this contest. But it's Cheney who punts it away. A decent punt, gets it past the 50 before it rolls out into Eagles territory at about the 49-yard line. And as they get set with their offenses, we're going to take a step aside and be back in just a moment here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. You're watching the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back here to game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. We're straight back into the action as we got another direct snap to Grant Lilly for the Eagles. He finds a shot up the A-gap, a huge gain of 8 yards on that play. That's how they draw that one up in practice for Lilly. Lilly, as I look up and down the stat sheet here for the offense, at least so far, Lilly has certainly got a majority of the workload. The senior running back playing on both ends of the ball is certainly going to earn his dinner this afternoon. 5 minutes now left in this third quarter. No change in the score, 13-6 with the Gators on top. As we head back for a 2nd and 2 opportunity for the Eagles. Here's the snap, once again direct to Lilly, who heads straight up the middle, and he's going to fumble his way over and across to gain the first down. They'll shift the chains. That first down brought to you by the Blowout Co. The Blowout Co. in Bowling Green is your destination for all things homecoming, blowout, special occasion hair, makeup, and spray tans. You can find more at blowoutco.com. So again, another 3 straight plays for Grant Lilly. We've said his name, it feels like, all night long, as now he heads back to the sideline, and Xander Hodge, the quarterback, heads back out there. They got a good system going. It feels like they're going to rotate out those direct snaps to Lilly, and then maybe a little bit more of playing with the 3-back system and some pass play opportunities with Hodge. Here's a snap to Hodge. Going to fake his run up the middle, tries to cut to the right side, bounces off a tackle, still tries to make his way through, but the Gators are quick on it, and they're going to stop him after a gain of 1 on the play.
Roy Braid in there on the tackle. It looks like there's a guy down, but they got him back up, I think.
3:50 left in this third quarter. Clock continues to run down. The Gators defense has shown up for a large majority of this game. And they're going to look to try to force a quick couple downs and out here for the Eagles. As you see Jason Sterlinski, the running back, head out onto the field with the Eagles. Lilly still positioned on the sideline, so you're going to see Hodge get involved here with the offense. Whether he'll run it or they'll try to open it up, it looks like they may try to run the football once again, as they've got the 3-back stacked up top along the offensive line. They're going to block for him along the left. Here comes Hodge down the left side. Flag thrown to the back. Gain of 1 on the play before Hodge is eventually knocked out of bounds. Again, another huge play by Stuart Scott. You see him celebrate as he jumps up off the tackle. That flag's going to be on the Eagles. It's been the little things, and it's something that a game like this, and a holding penalty, once again, I feel like the majority of the penalties, at least that have come from Westmoreland tonight, have been on the holding side of the ball, especially for the offense.
Offensive holding, and for the Gators has been interception. Pass interference is what's been going on with the Gators.
That'll set up a 2nd and 19 for the Eagles. Almost a second in the parking lot. 2:55 left in this third quarter. Eagles still with plenty of time to respond. Still a 1-score ball game. Here's Hodge dropping back. They're going to open up the pass game. Deep out to the right side in the flat. It's intercepted. They could call it not. But it looks like they may call it incomplete. We'll see if they confirm whether or not. I think it's going to be called an interception for the Gators. Another huge defensive play as we take a look at this Toyota Bowling Green replay. This great view from Ian Lewis, our cameraman, down on the sideline. You see him come away with it. We've said his name all night long. Stuart Scott just cannot get enough of making an impact in this game. And now the Gators will pick it up at their own 36-yard line. A brand new set of downs. It's 1st and 10, brought to you by the Blowout Co. On the way. Here's Levi. He's going to hand it off. Plenty of space down the sideline. Here they go, making it all the way down inside the 40. And now this run offense for the Gators is just rolling with the momentum. That's another huge play from Davis Cheney. And another Blowout Co. first down. Gators wasting no time on the offense. Wyatt. Back under center. It's a brand new set of downs as Self goes into motion. Cuts across now to Wyatt's left. Waiting on the snap. Plenty of time on the play clock. Here's the handoff to Self. He's going to head up the A-gap. He gets stuffed up the middle, but a short gain of 2 on that play.
They were on that one that time. Okay.
Let's take a look back at that replay from that huge run you saw from Cheney. As he heads up the sideline, you see him sprint, finds a hole in the B-gap, and he is just gone all the way past the 40. Nearly gets him to the red zone as now we come up 2nd and 6.
Cheney deserves his ice cream.
Second and 6 on the way for the Gators. A little bit of a high snap. Once again, a handoff to Self. He finds a gap off the C, but he's pulled to the ground. A couple of Gators offensive players maybe thinking that's not the proper call, but they're going to shift the chains, and that will bring up another Gators first down courtesy of the Blowout Co. And you can find out how you can achieve the perfect look and more about all their services at blowoutco.com, or go to the Blowout Co. in Thoroughbred Square on Scottsville Road. A fresh set of first downs for the Gators on the way, as they are just outside the red zone here. Nathan Self lined up to his right, two receivers out to the right of Wyatt. Looking to his right side. He's going to find him off a screen. Little shake and bake. Head up the inside. That's Ryder Lambert trying to make up for earlier, and he gets a huge gain on the play there. Bring up second down.
Turned a little something out of nothing.
Be a gain of 5 on that play for Ryder Lambert. That's not number 44 that you've seen making so many plays. That's just number 4, the sophomore receiver. Lined up along that right side as the Gators now breach the red zone and looking for another opportunity to score, but the clock still runs. 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Can they enter the fourth with a full head of steam? Wyatt sends Self off to the right side in the slot. All on his own under center. Sends Self back into motion. Here's Wyatt off to his right side. Lobs it over the top. He's got a man in the back corner of the end zone. Touchdown!
Hey, he caught him off guard on that one right there, and he just beat him to the corner.
Griffin Howard connects on the 16-yard touchdown pass for another Edmonton State Bank touchdown for the Gators.
Knew they were going to catch him out there like that. I like people using the tight end like that.
Let's take a look at this Toyota Bowling Green replay of the touchdown. You had a great shot of it from inside the end zone. It comes over the top, and Howard is right there to receive. No question about that one. 16 yards for number 16 on the touchdown, as now they go up for the extra point with Graham Smothers on the way. Up, and that kick is good by Smothers. The extra point is complete. That makes it a 26-6 ball game for the Gators. Actually, a 20-point game. The scoreboard is added an extra touchdown, I believe, so it'll be 20-6. I got to start looking at one specific scoreboard that I trust here in a minute. 20-6. The Gators now lead after 3. There's 8 seconds left on the clock here in this third quarter. I imagine we're going to see this clock run out rather quickly, and we get that fourth quarter underway to see if Westmoreland can respond and try a mount to come back. But what a run downfield for the Gators. It started with a huge run that opened up the field by Cheney. A huge 20-yard run that opened up that first down. Let's look back here at these plays again. You see Cheney almost fake out the break. He heads up the left side, nearly breaks the tackle from Hodge. But that put them in the space to really open up the offense. And again, you see in the wide, it's just off screen to the right side from your viewing area. I believe it's number 30, Braxton Cook, is now on the sidelines with another cramp. He had a cramp earlier that brought out the injury timeout, but there's only 8 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter as the Gators bring in another touchdown. It'll be Smothers once again with Freeman back to receive. Here's the receive. Freeman's going to give it up on the run. Here come the Eagles. He's got a hole up the middle. Plenty of room to breathe, but the Gators defense stops them in their tracks right around their own 45.
That was a good stop by number 5 there. It's a good thing he reached out there and grabbed a hold of him and told him to come back like he was playing Mortal Kombat.
Cesar Ortega said, "Get over here." He was not going to let them slip by. And as this third quarter looks like is going to come to an end, we're going to take ourselves a break, and we're going to see if the Eagles can mount themselves a comeback here late in this fourth quarter. Whether you're tuning in over the airwaves or via live stream, we appreciate you for tuning in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
You don't just work here.
You show up and you grow.
And to serve your customers well.
We're not just selling cars, we're selling careers and relationships.
We welcome you straight back into fourth quarter action here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. It's game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl, and it's Westmoreland that's going to look for an opportunity here to score, but the Gators trying to sniff out a trick play. They do it once again. It'll be a loss of 2. They'll bring up second down. And we got to take a look at that last return by Westmoreland before we flip side of the field, courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. Look at this run back up the field by Dakota Monis. Straight up the field, gets all the way to the 45, and just lucky enough, Cesar Ortega, just like you said, Hamp, called that defense back, and they were able to clamp their jaws shut on the Eagles before they were able to make any work of it, because it looked for a minute like he was going to have open field.
It did. It did.
And if you're listening along with us, whether it's on the radio waves or the live stream, we appreciate you for tuning in with us here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. We're set here for a 2nd and 11 for the Westmoreland Eagles with 11 minutes left here in game time. But it's going to be a false start once again on the Eagles, and we've seen quite a few of those here in the second half from Westmoreland.
Oh, yeah, they're getting in a mode of desperation almost. It's almost time for them to get cracking.
And, Hamp, something you mentioned earlier that I think deserves maybe to be talked about a little bit is how maybe under the radar this Greenwood team is kind of flying going into this season, but something that Coach Howard said leading into it is that anything is possible. He feels like with this specific group of guys, he feels like they could be a 9-win team. He feels like they could be a 6-win team. It really just depends on how they decide to show up on Friday nights, and I think you're seeing a little bit of that energy that they're choosing to bring on game days.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a play here. That's Lilly on the direct snap. He heads off to his right side, shakes a couple tackles, gets them back to their starting point. That should make it 3rd and 10. And it looks like another cramp we've got on the field that possibly might be Lilly. This is his first time going down, but he has seen a heavy workload in this game tonight. And it is Lilly, I believe, on the ground with a cramp in his left leg.
My gosh, man, it's a lot of them. A lot of them. And you already know, like you said, you played soccer, man. And so when it gets tight, it'll drop you.
So it's a gain of 5 on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 for Westmoreland when they resume play. But that is Grant Lilly, who is currently down on the field with a left leg cramp. You can see one of the Eagles' assistants out there helping him and nursing that. That would be a pretty decent loss, I would feel like, at least for this game, if you had to take Lilly out. But Hamp, like you said, I mean, it is early. It's week 1. It's an out-of-state opponent. Maybe it's not something you necessarily risk one of your main guys for.
No. I know. I personally wouldn't do it. I mean, of course you want the win, though. Everybody wants to have a perfect season. And you try – a lot of teams, that's what they work on, is looking for a perfect season. Everybody wants a perfect season, win that state championship. But at the end of the day, that health is more important. More important. These young men have a long time to play, and if you get them, like I said, first 4 or 5 weeks out because of this cramp that turns into a torn ACL.
You never know.
Or an MCL, or I learned another one, I think it was LCL or something like that. It was some other one that I was like, what?
You'd be surprised how many things you could tear.
Exactly.
Especially playing game of football, super physical. We've seen, again, you can only imagine that maybe part of this, he's probably stayed hydrated pretty well, but he's like I said, he's carried a heavy workload. I looked down the sheet, and the vast majority of offensive plays here for Westmoreland have come from Grant Lilly, and most of them being positive ones. So you could imagine he's taking a lot of a beating here, but he's going to hop his way back to the sideline with that left leg cramp. And you can see that left calf muscle is just tight.
It's tight. Got his toes tight, I bet.
So he's going to head over here to the sideline. He's got some Gatorade on hand, some water there as well. Glad to see him stand up under his own power.
Oh, yeah.
Get back to his feet, walk himself to the sideline, hobble himself to the sideline. Either way, we may see him back out there, or that may be the end with 10:30 to go here in this fourth quarter. It's 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Here's the snap. Hong drops back. He's in motion. He's going to cut up the middle. He finds his own space. Scott's going to force him out of bounds once again, but not before he gets that first down. Another first down courtesy of the Blowout Co. It may be just short, actually. I think it's going to be 4th and inches.
Yeah, it looks short.
Looks like 4th and 1. So 4-yard run for Xander Hogue, the quarterback. Puts him in a 4th and 1 here on the right hash.
I bet you can't guess who pushed him out of bounds.
I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess that it might have been Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott? Stuart Scott, what a heck of a game you are having, sir.
He's got wheels. Someone put him in a slot.
Oh, man.
I want to see how fast he jets down the sideline. 4th and short for the Eagles. Can they bring it in? Here's Hogue on the handoff. They're going to run it up the middle, but the Gators quick to tramp on it. I think they may have stopped it. It may be a turnover here on downs. The Gators are pointing one way. The Eagles are pointing to another. And they're going to say that they stopped it. I think they're going to try to measure it here.
Pull the chains out.
But the Gators are pretty confident that they made that defensive stop. Greenwood thinks they've stopped them. I don't see Westmoreland putting up as much of a, hey, we got that on the other end.
And that's when you're supposed to do it. No,
right.
I mean, you're
you
supposed
got
to be
a point.
in their ear. We're first.
They're still measuring. They're gonna bring the chains out onto the field, it looks like, because this is going to be, it's like we said, it's a game of inches. It might be right on it here. It's going to be real close. Our view is partially obstructed, but it looks like the Eagles got it.
Oh, they got it.
They got it.
They got it.
The game of inches comes through for the Eagles, and they transition. Another set of downs comes to fruition. It's another Blowout Co. first down.
Man, I guess the reason why they didn't contest it is because they had a bird-eye view on it.
They were confident.
They were very confident.
They said, we got it. They said it might have been close, but we got it.
And if they didn't, if it was me during this time, I would have went for it.
So another strong run effort there of 5 yards for Xander Hodge. Gets them a brand new set of downs. Hodge drops back. He's going to sling it up the right side of the field into triple coverage. Nearly intercepted, but it's swatted away. Brings up second down. Incomplete, makes it 2nd and 10.
Man. Uh-oh, we might have a Gator hurt.
And might have a Gator hurt down towards the back that looks like it's going to be Alex Hagan, but he gets back to his feet.
Yeah, he said walk it off, rub some dirt on it.
Well, turf on it, I guess.
Yeah, now.
Now I was going to say.
Rub some turf on it.
You could before, maybe not. I guess you can't really do that now.
Oh, man.
Incomplete makes it 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Hodge back in. Here's the shotgun. Takes the snap. Run up the right side. Gets to that line of scrimmage, but no can do for the Eagles. It'll be a gain of about 1 on the play that'll bring up 3rd down. Be a 2-yard gain. Set up 3rd and 8 for the Eagles.
That was a good stop by Grant Turner right there. They're what, 3 and 9 or 3 and 8? I mean,
looks like they may be calling a timeout here or an injury timeout. Could possibly even be for equipment. But again, you saw number 30. The clock continues to run, at least on the scoreboard. I think there was a temporary timeout here, but we see once again Braxton Cook head to the sideline, getting some support again with his left leg. It looks like, again, he's ailed by a cramp here on the near side of the field. But there's 8:36 left here in the contest. Lily's back in the game after having his cramp, and he's already looking to go to work. Striving for the first down, and he's got it and then some. And we got a flag on the play towards the back. So Lilly immediately checks back in. We saw him go down a little bit ago with a cramp. Checks back in, and if this play stands, it should be a first down. And it will. And it will be a face mask that they will decline on the penalty, and that will bring up a fresh new set of downs for the Eagles as they call for support from their fans. Another blowout Cope first down.
Hey, this Westmoreland team is slowly and surely pushing it down the field.
And you could feel the entire grandstands here on the away side shaking as the Westmoreland High fans cheer on their Eagles. And it looks like they did accept that penalty. That's going to push them way deep and well into the red zone. They'll start this snap from the 18. 18 yards out from a touchdown. That would put the Eagles back within one score. Here's the snap. Hands off on the play. Heads off to the left side. Tries to get the tackle, but good plays and good defense by the Gators. That's Ryder Lambert on the tackle. There's Isaiah Escandon.
Relentless on the tackle. Wasn't going to give up and let him go.
That was a loss of 5 on the play from Westmoreland. I'll bring up second and long, 2nd and 15. Again, both teams taking their time. They got about 20 seconds here on the play clock as Hodge heads back in from the sideline. We saw a brief snap in there from Grant Lilly, who checked back in. It looks like he's back in for the Eagles, and he's going to line up along the right hip of Xander Hodge here off this snap. 2nd and 15. On the way for the Eagles. Here's the throw off to the right side. Once again, sprinting around the right side, looking for space, but the Gators defense claws shut him down. Stuart Scott once again on the tackle. It'll be a loss of 2 on that play for the Gators, or for the Eagles. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in regulation with the Gators lead 20-6. They'll get brought back to the 25-yard line. And the Westmoreland side is cheering on their team for a 3rd and long situation. Do we see Hodge once again try to air it out? He's going to fall back. He's got receivers off to his left. He's going to hold on to it himself, has to run up the right side, but he is met by a wall of Gators who shove him out of bounds, just shy of getting back to that original starting point, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And the front part of that wall was none other than K.C. Coleman.
It's the one we told you was a player to watch coming into this one, and it's not just been him. It's been Stuart Scott on the defensive side of things that has really had an impact.
And fun fact, both of them have 10 tackles apiece tonight.
There you go. So that would mean that Stuart Scott has already gotten half of his total touchdown total from last season.
Last season alone.
In this opening game alone. So the score is coming through as the Eagles call their timeout. 6.5 minutes, give or take, left here in this final quarter. And Westmoreland is down, but they are by no means out of this one as the Gators lead 20-6. It's a late one. We're going into the night here just past 10 o'clock, 10:05 here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Whether you're listening with us over the airwaves on the radio or watching along with our live stream and our awesome camera coverage, courtesy brought to you up top on top of the press box. That's Seth Daniel bringing you the game views. And down here on the sideline with the camera you're currently seeing from Westmoreland's huddle shot here under this timeout, brought to you by Ian Lewis. He's doing a great job on the camera. Got a great crew this afternoon. Big Hamp over off to the left side. Matthew Clark, our director, producer, who spent a lot of man hours this week making sure that we could get out here to Greenwood High School, plug up to this Ethernet, give you guys a great show here this afternoon. It's been a pleasure. And we've still got 6.5 minutes of fourth quarter football to bring you here in the Friday Night Lights. And we're glad we get to bring you along for the ride. Gators defense has shown up big here, and Levi Wyatt has held down the offense strong in that quarterback position, and having him returning has been a huge help for the Gators, but at least according to Coach Howard, he did have to compete for that position over the summer, and so far it's easy to see why. Lilly back out, running up along the left hip of Hodge for the Eagles. They're going for it on the 4th. They've got a man over crossing the flat. Shakes off a defender. He's brought down, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Eagles. They come up just 2 yards shy of that first down. What could have been a great play comes up just short. A 12-yard pass for the Eagles. Cuts off a little bit of time, and they just could not convert on that 4th down.
Oh, yeah, another great stop by number 2, Stuart Scott.
Man, we've said his name a lot.
Man, the S2.
Let's take a look back. Watch him on this play here. They had an opportunity to maybe cut back up the middle, but Scott is always there. He's always lurking like Jaws.
He's like double vision. SS2.
It's going to be dangerous. We let Hamp start singing. Here's Wyatt breaking out of the field, but we got a runner straight up the middle for the Gators. Then comes up just shy of the first down. That's Cesar Ortega on the run. And they do get the first down, so they'll move the chains. That first down brought to you by the Blowout Co.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Keep pounding.
Cesar Ortega now getting involved a little bit in the run game. We haven't said his name a whole lot this afternoon. He had one other run earlier in the first half. That was a run for 4, and that run bests his best run from the first quarter. Gators getting back and reset. It's Wyatt, and he's got Cheney lined up to his right hip. 2 receivers out to the right side, none on his left. Cheney now shifts to his left. 2 backs to his right, 2 receivers off to the far side, and we got a flag. Could be possibly delay a game.
Oh,
or no, it's going to be a timeout called. So a flag was thrown down here around midfield, but they're going to say it was a timeout called, so I imagine that flag's rescinded. I believe it was going to be a delay of game until they called that timeout right at the last second, so that kind of saved them from having to deal with that delay of game penalty. So it'll be a Greenwood timeout. They'll talk things over here. They've got a fresh set of downs. First down brought to you by the Blowout Co. It's your destination for all things homecoming. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation. We've had a great time here this afternoon here at the Cole Lumber Bowl. We appreciate you tuning in, whether it's via live stream. If you're not watching the live stream and you're capable, I highly recommend you pull it up. We're getting you a lot of great exclusive action shots here. We had some great ones in game number 1. We got to see Cannon Hood's first ever touchdown pass. We got to see him celebrate with his dad, head coach Brad Hood of the Allen County Scottsville Patriots. What a great special moment that we got to witness, that we got to be a part of with those Patriots. Obviously not the end result of the game that they wanted, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a game that they'll always remember. And now we get to bring you all the action from this one here between the Gators and the Eagles. And the Gators wasting no time getting back to it out of the timeout. Here's Wyatt on the play. Hands it off to Cheney. Cheney's going to head off the right side. He's got plenty of breathing room. Shakes off the tackle, and he's gone. Afterburners are on. Down the sideline at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. You can count it. That's a touchdown for Cheney.
He bowled through 2 defenders and left them on the ground. He didn't even stiff arm. He just ran them over and kept going.
That was a 65-yard rushing touchdown for Cheney. Can you believe it? Yes, you can, because you just witnessed it. Let's take a look at it here, courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green.
Get that man his ice cream.
Take a look back at it here. Cheney was not to be stopped. Wheels are activated. Afterburners are on. The only thing he saw was yellow.
Oh my gosh!
And he went straight for it.
If he's not a part of Cheney's Dairy Barn, he should be, because he was churning butter right there and he was whipping it down.
Oh, and a little bit of a chaos here for the Gators. They fumble it on the pass, but they have an opportunity. It's picked off. Chaos here on the extra point attempt. They missed it on the snap. Recovered it, and then an interception was thrown, but they're gonna call whatever that was dead. Just complete and utter chaos unfolding there on the extra point.
Wouldn't have it any other way, man. That's the way it's been all day.
So 5:17 now left here in regulation. Both teams have now headed back to their respective sidelines. Nothing for certain yet. There was just a lot of commotion during that extra point attempt. All we know is that the extra point was not good. They got the touchdown off the 65-yard run from Davis Cheney. A huge run, the longest run of the night. We had a 45-yard rushing touchdown from Nathan Self, and I think Cheney saw that, and he might have wanted to one-up him just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad.
He said, if you're going to get one, I want one too.
Like we said, 5:17 now left in this fourth quarter. We've seen a lot of flags thrown on either side as we head past the 10 o'clock hour. 10-12 here in Bowling Green. We appreciate you for tuning in, whether it's via the radio waves or the live stream that we've got going as we take a look back at that Toyota Bowling Green replay, and you could just see the afterburners. Gone is Cheney. He saw a bucket of ice cream, and I think he took off. And I don't think I blame him.
Oh, man, not at all, especially if it's Cheney's.
What flavor is yellow? Do they have banana ice cream?
They do. They have banana pudding ice cream.
Hey, there you go. Maybe he likes banana pudding ice cream.
I can't eat it because I'm allergic.
Oh, no.
Allergic to bananas. Horrible.
Oh, my gosh. I don't eat bananas that much anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter to me. Punt return all the way nearly to the end zone. But again, chaos just seems to find this place inside the 10-yard line on the left side of the field. But that was Isaiah Eskandon who was trying to fight his way off that return, but just could not get it to go. And looks like the Eagles will now pick up the football inside their own 10. So it's 26-6, the lead for the Gators with about 5 minutes left to play. No running clock. Things are all fair and game. The Eagles could very well go on a run here. We saw a couple of key plays break through for the Gators. Those two big runs, one by Self, now one by Cheney here in this fourth quarter. That's been the difference maker for two big touchdowns. No reason why the Eagles can't break through and do that same thing.
It is absolutely possible with these Eagles. They will fly if they have to. Ooh, just like that. Sorry, got choked up.
It's been a long day.
Long day.
Long day out here at Greenwood High School, but we're glad we get to bring you the coverage. Here with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left in regulation. Gators going to try to hold these Eagles at bay, perhaps clip their wings and shut their jaws shut and try to bring home a 1-0 start to their season. Gators defense once again stuffing them back for a loss, bring up second down.
Just chomping at it.
So no gain on that play. I believe there might have been a penalty in the back, but that would be on the Eagles, so that moves them half the distance back. But they'll pick it up at the 5 in their own territory. That's Xander Hodge still in at quarterback. Here's a snap, 4.5 minutes left to go. We'll try to run it up the middle. Once again, the Gators continue to slamp their jaws shut right in those A-gaps and prevent them from making any gains, but it'll be a short 2-yard gain that time around for the Eagles. Clock continues to run down. 4:08 left in regulation here at Greenwood High School for game number 2 of the Cole Lumber Bowl. 4 minutes now left as the clock continues to run down. Westmoreland taking their time. As you can see there towards the bottom left of your screen, you can see Hodge still standing on the sideline. You're going to see him run back in there as he enters frame from the left side of your screen. If you're watching with our live stream, he runs back into the huddle. And now he heads back up to the line. And this clock has continued to run this entire time. Now only 3.5 minutes left in regulation here. Here's the handoff. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. And a really tough moment there. He came down hard on his leg. That was Isaiah Escandon again, but he climbed up again. It looked like he might have bent that left leg really awkwardly. He's limping on it now. As a gain of 5 brings up 4th down.
Yeah, they're calling him back over.
And they're going to call him back over. He tried to go out there himself, but the sophomore just looks to be in too much pain, still wincing on the sideline. You can see there at the bottom of your screen, just removed his helmet, hoping he's okay.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. Don't chance it.
Here's the snap. It's Lilly, sends it out deep. Picked up by Self, who waves it off. Deep into Eagles territory at the 47-yard line. And that's where the Gators will have another chance to score here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds. But I like to think in my mind that Coach Howard's probably looking to try to run this clock out as quickly as he can.
I think so, because Self had a lot of room. And I'd hate to imagine if he would have went ahead and taken off. But Coach Howard probably said, let's get out of here. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here with a win. Let's start strong. 26-6 against a really good Westmoreland Eagles team. Nothing to shy away about, especially with your season opener here at home. Still got a great crowd over on the home side. Plenty of students still hanging out here, even past the 10 o'clock hour. Here's a snap. Hands off once again. That's DeShello, who's going to head up the middle, or off to the right side for a gain of 5 on the play. So Shello's on that play for a gain of 5, brings up 2nd down. Clock's running down now, 3 minutes left to go here in this 4th quarter. And as the clock winds down, the Westmoreland Eagles fans are still continuing to cheer them on to make a defensive play. Looks like 2nd and 5 here on the way for the Gators. They're running down as much clock as they can. 2:30 now left on the game clock. Here's a snap. If they can get a 1st down, they can all but seal it. Off to the right side on the run play. Nearly gets to the 1st. Might have broke the plane. It's going to come up just short. That's number 13, Malik Shello, once again. The freshman getting some quality efforts in here with a 4-yard gain. So already seeing some younger guys here coming in towards the end in these last 2.5 minutes, getting some quality reps, and not only that, showing that they've got what it takes to play at this level.
Perfect timing, because he is running excellent right now. He's running almost as well as the other two.
That entire returning, starting offensive line has truly been a benefit to this Gators team, and helping a freshman get some quality reps here in the closing 2 minutes of this game. 26-6 your score, with the Gators on top of the Eagles. They're going to rush the tempo here. Malik Shello moves off to the right hip of Wyatt. Here's the snap. Hands it off. It's going to run up the middle. The freshman had plenty of space to breathe, but I think he lost the football. It's possible that Westmoreland may have picked it up here, unless they're going to call him down. You see it there on your screen as they stand up. It looks like Westmoreland's going to recover the football. And we have now flipped things back the other way with a minute 13 left. And there's that inexperience, Hamp. You talk about getting quality reps, but now Westmoreland's going to have another opportunity here on the offensive side.
Yep, and 061 was ready to go on ahead and get it. Got to jump on the opportunities when you can.
That was a sophomore on the play for the Eagles who managed to haul that one in. So young player capitalizing on another young player's mistakes as we get a timeout called by Westmoreland with a minute 13 left here in game time. When they get back to action, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And
beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back here to Greenwood High School, where the Gators lead 26-6 with 1:13 left in regulation. You just saw a turnover there off a short run from Malik Shello that would have translated into a first down. He broke the plane, lost the football on the fumble. It was number 61, Braylon Huffins, for Westmoreland Eagles, that recovered the football, and now it's a fresh set of downs, a 1st and 10 for the Eagles here late in the going. 1:13 in regulation. Here's the handoff. Looks like it's Freeman. He's going to have his right side, but a quick pounce on the play by Benjamin Chaffin. Benjamin Chaffin on the tackle, but it looks like the clock is going to continue to run out. Here with 50 seconds left, the clock is running down. And Westmoreland may be just looking for an opportunity at one big play, see if they can get something off to put some points on the board before this one runs out the opportunities. 35 seconds left in regulation. Gators lead 26-6. Here's the Eagles on the snap. Handoff once again, heading up the right side. He is scooped backwards by a Gators defender. That is Kenron Coleman, the senior, who scoops him up and just spins him right back around to prevent him from getting that first down. It brings up 3rd and 4. 10 seconds now on the clock, basically 11. It's 10.9. They may move some time back onto the clock after that dead ball.
Coleman said, no way, we're not going to let you get any more. No momentum at all.
Looks like there may have been some kind of offsetting penalties on either side. Either way, it makes it 3rd down, but actually, no. It's going to be on the Gators, and that'll bring another set of first downs brought to you by the Blowout Co. Here with 11 seconds left in the game. Eagles still with an opportunity potentially to get a big play and score here, but the clock has been signaled to continue running. It's counting down the final 5 seconds. And this will run out the clock of regulation and give the Gators their first win, and it's at home. How could it be any more sweet than right here in the swamp for week 1 of football in South Central Kentucky? The home Gators win the Cole Lumber Bowl, game number 2, with a final score of 26-6 over the Westmoreland, Tennessee Eagles. Hamp, there was a lot of back and forth, a little bit of rustiness.
Yes.
A little bit of excitement, a lot of big moments. But I think you got to be pretty excited if you're this Greenwood team, especially after what you saw tonight.
Oh, yeah. The fans should be happy. The coaches should be happy. Of course, there's stuff to work on. There's always stuff to work on to get better. But tonight, showing what they had and the type of grit, if they continue to play like this and get better each week, make it their goal to get better each week, there's no telling where they would be.
And you could see these great shots, whether it be from up top the press box or down below on the field. This coverage, we are so glad we were able to bring it to you tonight, and we've still got plenty of post-game coverage to talk about just after this. And with that, we're going to step aside, and we'll be right back to talk about those moments. And we're glad you've tuned in, whether it's over the radio waves or the live stream, that you're tuned in to the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
We know getting your car service isn't exactly your favorite thing to do.
That's why we don't treat it like it's just another job.
You want it done fast without cutting corners.
We get it right the first time.
You've got places to be.
So we move like your schedule depends on it, because it does.
Clear communication, no surprises.
Trust goes further than miles.
Toyota of Bowling Green.
We make servicing your vehicle
simple.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfun.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back here to Greenwood High School for the wrap-up for the Cole Lumber Bowl. And it's game number 2 that just came to a conclusion here. The Gators bring home the win against the Westmoreland Tennessee Eagles 26-6. It's a Kentucky-Tennessee split between the two games here this afternoon, the Cole Lumber Bowl, with Greenwood taking the win in this one. And in game number 1, it was Station Camp, Tennessee, the Bison, taking home a 48-6 win over the Allen County Scottsville Patriots. And you can see off to the right side of your screen, the Gators are going to hopefully look forward to carrying this momentum throughout the rest of their season and off a big offensive performance through a long list of guys that we're going to run you down through some of these offensive. In that first half, 120 total yards for the Gators, 2 touchdowns. Fortunately for them, a missed extra point attempt on that, and 1 they would have for each of those opening halves. So 120 yards in the opening half for Greenwood, and combined they would end the entire game with 269 total offensive yards, 3 touchdowns, and ironically 2 missed extra point attempts. Not something you see often. A little bit of chaos breaking down over here on one side of the field, but they got things sorted out. There's a little bit of rustiness on both sides of the field, but it was the Gators who would ultimately come out on top with a near 300-yard offensive performances to go along with 3 touchdowns. Looking over at Westmoreland, they had 73 yards in their opening half of offense. That's combined through the air and on the ground. Only 15 yards in that first half through the air, and that came from a singular pass to Aaron Freeman, who hauled it in for a big first down transition. That made up those 73 yards that ultimately led to 2 field goals that would put them at the 6 points that they would end up with. Scoreless in the second half. No successful pass plays, at least from the stats that I've kept from Westmoreland in that second half. So the struggle to get that pass game going. The run game, they relied heavily on their senior Grant Lilly, the running back, to try to make those plays, and even still come away with 134 total yards on the afternoon. Just could not get that offense rolling for the Eagles, and they come up just short with the Gators taking home their first win of the 2025 season, and it comes here at home in the Swamp, 26-6. Hamp, big-time defenders, not just on offense, but also on defense.
Man, I tell you what, they should be absolutely proud of themselves, the way they came out here tonight. Like you said, if they continue to play like this and continue to get better, make it their goal to get better and better each week, there's no telling what it is, where they'll end up going. But I'm going to jump to the 2 major players that came out tonight on defense. Casey Coleman, we already expected it. With one of the leading tacklers last year with 66 tackles, he had 10 tonight. Now, our guy Stuart Scott.
Oh, boy.
Stuart Scott.
We said his name a lot.
Stuart Scott. Oh, my gosh. He ends the game with 11 tackles and a key interception that was really nice that he had. He comes in with only 20 tackles on the season last year. He's already over half of what he did last year.
Gosh.
He's showing why he stepped into the shoes that he stepped into, and he's ready to fill them, man. The defense should be absolutely – there's more guys on here that did great things all night long. The defense should be absolutely proud of themselves and the way that they play, and they should keep going into each game like this for the rest of the year.
Now, we've talked about some of those key players on both sides of the ball, and you really could have made some kind of an argument that Stuart Scott could have been our player of the game. But before we reveal that player of the game to you, we're going to step aside, take a quick break. We'll look at a couple more key stats, give you a look at both these teams' schedules going forward, and on top of that, maybe a look at our broadcast schedule going forward as well, because we don't have to go far when it comes to next week. But we appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned as we reveal our player of the week when we come back right here on the Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Man, it's been hot. Wouldn't it be nice if a pool could just instantly appear in your backyard? During the entire month of August, Aqualand can install your pool as soon as tomorrow.
That's right. Splash in a flash. Pool speed ahead only at Aqualand. Imagine a summer where your backyard becomes your favorite destination. With 40 years of pool perfection under our belt, you can trust Aqualand to bring your vision to life. Visit aqualandfun.com or stop by Aqualand on Campbell Lane and get inspired.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Beat the heat with the big summer sale at Don Franklin Kia. For a limited time, get up to $5,500 off MSRP on select 2025 Sportage models, or get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Sorrento models. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Hurry into Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back here to the 7 Mountain Sports Network, live from Greenwood High School. Whether you're listening over the radio waves or whether you're watching on the live stream, we appreciate you for joining us tonight. And it's time for us to announce our player of the game, brought to you by Warren RACC and NCTC. And tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Warren RACC and NCTC, is none other than Greenwood's Davis Cheney, because he proved that, as you can see on your screen, you can have your ice cream and eat it too, just like at Cheney's Dairy Barn, just right down the road. We might have to get some of that, if only they were open a little bit later.
Man.
But Davis Cheney, 2 touchdowns this afternoon, and according to our numbers, 114 rushing yards on the night. One of those with a 65-yard run that would take him all the way to a house for a touchdown that would seal the deal for the Gators this afternoon. What a performance from that young man. But just like you said, lots of different players, especially on defense. Stuart Scott had a great play as well. You see a couple of looks here from our Toyota Bowling Green replay. Just put on the Jets. It was like he was out for a Sunday cruise.
I mean, who was going to catch him? He was taking it easy, like Sunday morning. I'm telling you, they played well, played absolutely well. They should be very proud of themselves tonight. Go in, get a good night's sleep, watch film on Monday. They deserve a Monday film.
And that is Davis Cheney, our player of the game, brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC. And as we take a couple of looks at some other scores currently around the region, we still got some games going on around here, courtesy at Barron County, Southwestern Pulaski and Barron. At the end of the third, Barron leads 12-0 over Southwestern Pulaski. And then between Jackson and Clinton, a final score of 42-32. And at the half, Hart County playing at Logan County, they lead 15-7 at the half. And once again, we want to give a huge shout out to Davis Cheney, our player of the game, brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC. For your high-speed internet needs, choose NCTC, powered by Warren RECC. It's fast, reliable service with a hometown touch. Davis Cheney is tonight's player of the game, 2 touchdowns and 114 offensive yards. What more could you say as Greenwood takes home the win, 26-6. Hamp, any final thoughts?
Man, I'm just excited that we've gotten started, and it's now time. It's that time of year, and it's here. Get ready for some great football right here on 102.7.
Well, what a great start to the season for Greenwood, but luckily for us, we don't have to go very far for our next game on our broadcast schedule. We'll be right back here with the Gators for our next game of the week. It'll be right here at home in the Swamp. They will host Warren East, so not a long drive for Warren East. That'll be next Friday at 7 p.m. Our pregame show, if I'm not mistaken, will be at 6:40. That'll be our pregame show start next Friday night. That'll be both on the air and online via streaming, so if you want to tune in for that, make sure to do it. Westmoreland, from here on, will travel next Friday, or will host Macon County High School next Friday on their schedule, and they will continue on from there. It was great seeing this Westmoreland, Tennessee show up, show out. You could see a lot of their young ballers come out here this afternoon. They fall just short to the Gators, 26-6. But we don't have to go far, like we said, Hamp. For our next game on our broadcast schedule, we'll be right back here next Friday night. It's officially football season, and we could not be happier about it. We're stoked to bring you all this awesome coverage all high school football season long, and it wouldn't be possible without the people who helped work this event tonight up on the roof, bringing you all the awesome game shots here this afternoon. Seth Daniel down on the field, Ian Lewis bringing you all the great sideline shots, whether it was from game one with Coach Hood and his son Cannon having their special moment, or whether it was all the exclusive that you had from the sideline here during this game number 2 with Greenwood coming out on top. They helped you provide you with that coverage. For my man Big Hamp, it's always a pleasure having you on here. Can't wait to do this season with you. We're going to continue to have a great time. And for Matthew Clark, our producer and our director here this afternoon, I'm Ryan Murphy, wishing you a good night, a good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this week's Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia Game of the Week here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.